Oh, so close to where you burn in hell forever, 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 forever.
Boulevard.
Oh, so close to where you burn in hell forever, 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 forever.
Boulevard. everyone, and welcome to Blvd Bullies versus the world. We are your one-stop shop. If you are someone like us who finds yourself rolling your eyes at all the wrestling news and all the wrestling's going on, loving, yet hating, yet loving to hate and hating to love the world of all of professional wrestling, well, my friends, you've come to the right place. I am your host, PK Finnerty, and joining me today, as always, Brian, the babyface. Babyface, Bad Take Bry.
That's me.
You know, some of the viewers have called you Bad Take Bry.
I accept it.
And also, ringside, the ass man, Sean.
What's going on, babies? How you doing today?
Wrong way, Brian. There you go. Nailed it. What's up, y'all?
What's going on, baby?
Shout out
Chilling.
Jackie in the chat. 631 represent. Good to see you, dude. Thank you so much for joining us. A lot of stuff going on, dude. I'm kind of excited. I had that whole hate to love, love to hate thing, but I'm kind of like excited about what's going on, dude.
You're loving it.
Is Triple H for real?
I mean, they're making it seem very apparent that Triple H is doing all these crazy things. If it's not, I mean, if it's a work, I mean, it could be very well be a work, but it's all making sense because it happened all at one time. As soon as Triple H comes, all of his boys are back, wrestling on Raw. It's like crazy time.
It's as if we woke up from a bad dream.
It's weird.
It is weird.
It's very weird.
It's very weird.
See, I mean,
It's very weird.
it's hard for me to believe that Vince McMahon, the mastermind behind all works, just in general, guy who's been in wrestling for like 50 goddamn years, wouldn't have had this all planned out. It's strange to me to think that all of a sudden this stuff is just like actually happening for real. Like, I feel like this was all a clever plan from the beginning. Maybe the plan was accelerated because of the charges or because of the investigations, but I feel like they all knew. It's not like Triple H is like, oh, finally, I have power. I'm going to make it what I always wanted it to be. It's like, obviously, his shit's been approved by Stephanie.
He was gone. They brought him, like, he wasn't even there. Like, they had to bring him back. He wasn't, like, he didn't, like, move up or anything. He was, like, completely gone, apparently. I mean, allegedly.
He hurt his heart.
He hurt his little heart, and now him and Stephanie was gone, too. She, like, recently just... And
Oh, boy, we're chopping.
It's all strange. It's all very strange. Are we chopping right now?
It's all right. We're chopping it up is what I mean, dude.
Right.
Listen,
But you know what I mean? It's like very strange. Strange
time. Very strange and very cool times it is, Brian. But, you know, I don't know. Like, the way they're going now, maybe, Pat, maybe this was something that was, you know, set in the stones already. And it was like, you know what? The bounce back for you from this will be even greater than what you have now.
I'm kind of
It doesn't seem like it was in the cards because, like, they just recently released Karrion Kross, too. Like, he was just, like, released and now he's back. Why is he back? Nothing really changed besides Triple H being back.
And it's like now all of a sudden they're going to use wrestler. Like, I don't think that you can just decide if you're Stephanie McMahon's husband, Stephanie McMahon, son of Vince McMahon's husband. I don't think you could just take over and a week later decide that you could say wrestler again without it being pre-approved by the way, still the majority shareholder, VKM.
VKM is correct.
So majority shareholders get to make decisions. They make decisions on like that kind of stuff.
If there's creative influence, but there's certainly influence.
Right.
Johnny Ace got fired.
You knew that was going to happen. Yeah, I feel like that was like that was coming. That was like coming. That was coming.
So he brought
all
back.
All these guys are just pieces of shit.
So I feel like, and also since Triple H has taken over, Austin Theory kind of taking a back seat. Tommaso Ciampa
I haven't even seen him.
Tommaso Ciampa getting the push. Karrion Kross comes back with the cross-eyed duck of all cross-eyed ducks, Scarlett. I almost said Charlotte. Dude, I've been saying, like, she's like, she just looks strange in a way to me.
It's the makeup.
Nah, it's not it.
She thinks she's all like Cruella de Vil, but really she's like just strange.
You don't like the little hourglass?
I mean, I don't know, dude. I don't know how I feel about Karrion Kross. It's like, I wasn't so high on him in the first place, and then they like brutalized him and made him a joke. And then, side note, friend of the Bullies, when he was at Outlaw Wrestling, I had something to do after the show, and he was sitting at the bar, and I was like, hey, man, just want to say thank you so much, blah, blah, blah. Like, I hope you're having fun out here, on the indies. And he was, like, really into trying to, like, dish to me. Like, he was like, oh, man, you don't even know the half of it. This. And it's like, I wanted to hear, and this is what I told him. I was like, I want to hear all of this, but I'm leaving.
Gotta get out of here.
I gotta get out of here. I'm going to do something else, dude. Talk to somebody else. He was like sitting at the bar at Outlaw, like really ready to like spill his guts. And it's
a
funny.
lot going on, a lot of emotion. He obviously knows his worth. You know what I'm saying? And whenever the time comes for a conversation to be stricken to speak on that, the man's gonna let it fly.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he was a jilted lover. He must have felt like shit. And it's funny, at Outlaw, he wore that jacket. Like, he's wearing his indie jacket now. Did you see Matt?
He sucks.
Matt Cardona
That's
called
him,
Matt Cardona called him a
Karrion
piece
Kross
of shit.
Sucks.
Did you see this? Matt Cardona called Karrion Kross a piece of shit on Twitter. It's like, dude, this guy could grow a beautiful head of hair, and he's been shaving his head all these years. Fuck this guy.
Yeah, dude. I was like, I thought
he's
was
allowed
like
to shave his head if he
bald.
wants to.
Just like you're allowed to shave your face if you want
nice
to.
Hair. I was like,
Exactly.
Brian, we have
our body is our choice.
We've lost 3 subscribers. Fear Link Media Group FMG. FMG stands for Fear Link Media Group. They say, Brian, why is your face bald? Unsubscribe. So now your bald face has lost us a subscriber already, and we haven't even been live for 15 minutes, dude.
That's like really judgy. That's really judgy of those people, I think.
You know what's really
And also, I
crazy?
think that we don't want those judgy subscribers anyway.
Brian, you are obsessed with food challenges and putting your stomach on the line.
Oh yeah.
Why didn't you put your beard on the line? When wrestlers decide that they're going to shave their heads, usually they turn it into a hair versus hair type of thing.
I don't put it into anybody's hands except for my own. It's my own decision. I get to decide on my own terms my hair and face appearance.
Your fiance
and
hated
I feel that
it.
for anybody.
Your fiance hated it. The wedding is in question.
No, she's over it.
Do you think that you could grow the beard back by the time the wedding happens?
For sure.
Okay, and that's the plan. That's the plan. You realize that you made a terrible mistake, and
no, I might do it occasionally. I like having a face.
I like having a face.
Sean,
you just like eyes and nose before.
What's up? Pell Hates Everything in the chat. What up? Shout out Pell Hates Everything. Shout out Pork Chop Express. Shout out Beer, Blood, and Body Slam. Shout out Pest __. Thank you guys for joining us. Everybody follow Beer, Blood, and Body Slams. I'm saying it a lot better than I did last week. Everyone follow Pell Hates Everything. Another great podcast thing.
Fellow podcaster.
Pell, I'm just going to ask a rhetorical question. Are those microphones even on, dude? Could we turn those microphones on? Sean, can you talk for a little bit about Steve's video to you from last week? Bald Steve sent you a video.
So last week, guys, I showed up late. Pat, Brian, and we like to show up at a certain time and get things ready. So we're ready for you guys and making sure our content is good and ready to go. I messed up big time.
Sometimes we go to the beach.
Big time. I didn't go to the damn beach.
I'm just saying.
Go see my nana, right? So Steve sends me a video. He goes, Sean, your microphone it's not working, my man. You have to hold it like this. And he went and he used a coffee filter and something else just to use for an example for me what to use. So today I had to set everything up differently. If you see, I'm not standing up. I'm actually sitting down, and I'm actually using my microphone.
Immaculate.
Which my voice.
Docile tones. Yeah. Docile tones. I love that.
So here we are, baby.
It's pleasing.
Here we
pleasing
are.
to my ears.
Hey, you know what? Yeah, I'm watching, pal. I'm watching. I'm consuming as much media as possible. You know, I was going to transition into I have scintillating article that I found online. 6 facts that you might not know about Scarlett Bordeaux, but I'm just teasing that. We're not gonna get to that yet. Brian, I know that you met her at the meet and greet, and you probably only found out like 1 or 2 of these unknown facts in your short time with her. But I have 6 facts that are gonna blow your minds. But for now, let's talk about. You want to hear it?
We're not getting.
I was just teasing. I was just teasing it. I was just teasing it.
You titillated us.
Yeah, just like that bald face. I want to talk about Sasha Con, not Shaka Khan. Sasha Con. It was the meet and greet. It was the $30,000. Sean, you know that Ass Man license plate makes me think of that Chappelle skit where at the DMV they're handing out the license plate that says ass milk.
Did you just say the Chappelle Show? Because I have the Chappelle Show right here.
Chappelle
That's
Show.
hilarious. You said that.
Chappelle Show. Let's start the show. Ass milk. Classic.
But yeah, Sasha Con.
Yeah, that was the $30,000. We talked about that in a few episodes prior. $30,000 for the appearance, $130 to get a ticket to get an autograph and a picture with her, and she's practicing social distancing. She's anti-vax. Nobody else cares. I don't think it's social distancing in the name of COVID. I think it's social distancing in the name of don't touch me, you sweaty Mark.
But there, you know, it makes me confused because there's like some photos with dudes that are close to them. I think it was like not really. Like instruction wasn't really given very clearly because really when you go to these signings, there's really no instruction. You just go and meet these people and you just go and stand and do what you do. So I think these guys just went and stood. He like stood all the way over here because they read these instructions and it probably made them feel like nervous.
Why do you think that if he tried to like shimmy over that she would have been like
No, I don't think. I think that if they got closer, she wouldn't have cared because there are pictures of Naomi and Sasha with them closer, not like hugging and shit, but like closer than like this. They're like this, but not like this, you know?
Maybe
it's just weird. I just think there wasn't a clear understanding of the instructions, and it was blown out of proportion by fans to make her look like a piece of shit.
Do you think that there was profiling?
There was a BO line.
You think there was profiling, like the neck beards go over here?
Yep.
The people who seem normal can come on in.
I don't think so.
The Star Wars fans got to be the Star Wars fans got to be close. The wrestling fans had to be far away.
I think the wrestling fans are not understanding and felt weird and didn't understand what to do because they're creepy and weird. So they felt weird. Because they couldn't do the prom. They couldn't do their prom pose, so they stood farther away than usual because they felt awkward.
If she asked for $30,000, you not gonna tell me that she didn't have a list of expectations that she had going into this. I mean,
dude, there's also like fucking monkeypox and polio going around, so you can't just be like fucking hugging people that you don't know.
Dude,
polio's a thing.
She was hugging other people.
Polio's a thing. Polio's at the beach.
That there was a BO line. You know what's BO? Somebody there had BO, and there was somebody there.
Everybody has BO.
Oh, you got to go that way.
I think
the BO line.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think there's a BO line, man.
You know,
I think so. There's a BO line.
She's all plastic surgeryed up too. Her face is like different.
No,
dude, she looks like Ren from Ren and Stimpy.
She looks like the you remember in Gremlins the one that was like a singer. She was supposed to be like Marilyn Monroe, and her hair was green.
Like Ren.
Girl, she looked wild, man. She looked wild. Not something
she looks like she was photoshopped into the picture. She doesn't even look like she was like there.
Brian, you've been to a lot of signings at Wrestling Universe and otherwise. Sean, are you a signing guy?
Not really, no.
So, dude, Brian, if you paid $130 for that photo, would you be tight, or would you have just like tried to molest, or what would your approach be?
I'm not a photo guy. I would never. I don't give a shit. When I go to a signing, I don't even talk to them. I just say thank you, and I keep it fucking moving. You know,
you're just there for the graph.
So you're telling me that you didn't try to get a prom photo with Scarlett Bordeaux?
No. You have to pay. I mean, you have to pay for it. When you pay for it, and I'm telling you, when you go to these signings, there's no like guidance or instruction. You just go and you just like go and like stand there awkwardly to get your photo.
Nah, Brian, you have to understand though. This is the C2E2. This is probably the most biggest con.
I don't know R2D2.
I think it goes. If I'm guessing, I think it's C2E2, the Rhode Island Comic Con, and then New York Comic Con.
What the hell are you saying, dude? You didn't mention? Yeah. No, it goes San Diego, New York.
San Diego.
San
San
Diego.
It's all the same shit. A signing's a signing. They're standing at a table, and you go stand at their table, and you go do what you do. I
don't even go to these things.
Yeah. Okay.
Weird wrestling.
Just to catch up, Larry Legend in the chat. Shout out Larry Legend. Larry, we're walking through all the wrestling going ons today. You know how it goes. Yeah, so Sasha basically like fucking, how would you describe it? She social distanced.
She wasn't just Sasha, it was Naomi and Sasha.
Well, no, apparently word on the street is that Naomi, solo Naomi, because it must have been a deal. It must have been like,
I saw photos of far people away from Naomi and close people tonight, like equal amount of pictures. Of like people standing in different positions, not knowing where to stand.
You're right, and I did see some Sasha pictures where the people were like
they were close.
Up close, yeah.
Right.
Okay,
so I super close, blown out of proportion. Internet strikes again.
I mean,
I've seen pictures that with girls close to her, hugging her. I've seen pictures of guys that were like super duper far away from her. Then I saw also, Naomi and Sasha taking a picture with people close to them and also far away from them.
Right.
So then again, it brings me back to there was a BO line. That man stinks. Send him that way.
I think it's a brain issue, not a BO issue.
You think it's a brain issue? A brain
odor. Not BO?
A brain, maybe not an odor, just like a brain thing where they have like a complex.
Larry cites monkeypox.
Monkeypox, dude. I'm saying monkeypox and polio.
So then what makes the other people okay?
That shit still exists too, man.
Okay, so
I hate going places just because I don't want to get sick.
I have a tweet. I have a tweet here. So I misspoke. I misspoke because I said the Sasha photo was 130, but the duo photo was 130.
So was it like $80?
Yeah, it was probably. I would say it was probably like 80 each. I don't know. But so this is from.
That's fair.
This is from Kion Anderson, TKA Today on Twitter. Cost was 130 for duo pic. And by the way, this is accompanied with his photo of him standing like far away from them. He goes, cost was 130. While I was happy to be in the room with them, the distance thing was kind of a shock and not the experience not the experience I was expecting. I saw pics of them hugging women, and while I did not need to touch them, standing next to them would have been nice.
That's bullshit. That guy started a whole fucking can of worms because there's pictures of like there's women, but there's also dudes. And this guy, I think, just has a weird brain thing where he decided to stand that far away. I don't think anybody told him to stand here. And I think he decided to stand there and then make this fucking tweet talking shit to get attention.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now that I have zoomed in on this guy. He seems like he smells okay. His beard is shaved properly around the neck, and I see a wedding ring on his finger. I think that the guy, probably
his wife probably told him to stand the fuck right there.
Well, I don't know. But, Sasha Banks, I think another thing that's fuel to the fire is that she has like a history of maybe being like not the most, I don't know.
She's not a
friendly
person.
Not the most approachable.
No, she's not.
She kind of thinks she's all that type of thing. Figure this. I mean, she seems like a me first player type of person,
Right.
And I've always thought she was very overrated, but what the fuck do I know? How do you think Bailey would react at a meet and greet? Maybe Sasha's forging new ground for all wrestlers. And then it's like, oh, well, now she set the precedent. We can just facepalm these BO marks. And fucking, we get our money and we don't even have to touch them. And I'm not even saying you have to touch them.
I think that BO mark started that whole can of worms on purpose.
Yo, and you know what? Like, I don't even think. BO. Maybe I'm ignorant. Maybe I'm looking on the bright side for some reason.
Listen, man.
What?
Mania weekend in Tampa, there was a table. I don't remember what show I was at, but there was a table and it was just full of body soap, Axe, lotion, like travel toothbrushes and toothpaste, like the BO is real, and some people don't know it. And I think at these cons,
some people in Europe, European people embrace it.
Brian, stop being racist, dude.
But that's
racist.
That's their culture, bro. That's culture. Over here, you know what I'm saying, is a custom. Listen, you leave your house, you make sure you clean your ass.
Yo, if she thinks the wrestling cons are bad, wait till she starts doing the Star Wars circuit, dude.
She don't know what she got herself into. She don't know what she got herself
Tornado
into.
DDT with the jetpack. I mean, I don't know. Just like I think this news story has kind of been blown up by Twitter, and you see the photos, and everybody likes to jump on it, and everybody takes these narratives and makes it fit their own opinions. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think
nobody
also
likes to control their narrative, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
I kind of think, I have a feeling that, you know how there are a few famous meet and greet prom photos where the wrestlers look like they want to die. Like, you've seen the infamous Becky Lynch one, and Alexa Bliss has one. Like, I kind of think that just like this story's been blown up, I think that that's kind of been blown up. Just because there are a few photos, a few famous memes of wrestlers obviously like kind of grinning and bearing it. I don't think that that's like, it's not a fucking epidemic. I don't think that that happens all the time. I don't think, listen, yeah, are wrestling fans maybe smelly and maybe they're missing a few chromosomes? Sure. But I don't think they're all fucking at a meet and greet with the goal to molest.
Right. No, that's facts, because those people take thousands and thousands of pictures. You know what I mean? They're at those meet and greets just like picture after picture after picture. Which is crazy. It's just crazy. It's a really crazy, like doing those signings is such like, I would hate like that. I would never like be able to, I mean, I guess I'm not, if I was maybe famous, I would feel differently, but I feel like I would never be able to sit there and just like interact with a person after person after person.
Dude, you know what? If you're a wrestling fan, this is such a bad take, but if you're a wrestling fan and you're like a socially awkward fucking smelly guy, and you want to pay $130 so you could get like some kind of sexual gratification by getting sandwiched by Naomi and Sasha Banks, take it from me, your friendly neighborhood Finnerty, your favorite bully. Take that $130, especially outside of New York City and outside of any kind of major metropolitan area. Take that $130, go to the strip club.
It's not the same, bro. Spend
$130. They'll pretend to like you. $130 spaced out over a few hours of the night. That's good for at least 5, maybe.
Yeah, but those
5.5 lap dances.
Strippers aren't superstars.
They are to me. Strippers. They are to me, Brian.
No.
They are to me. You know what? You could take your favorite porn star, goes on a little fucking pole dancing circuit, strip clubs all around, right?
You probably have to pay a decent amount of money to get into one of those porn star fucking
$130.
Exactly.
Probably get you a lap dance from your favorite WWE superstar, you know? So I'm just saying, dude, and you know what the thing is, and that's the thing, and dude, this is like a whole new discussion. People who are missing chromosomes find it hard to smell themselves, and if they also find it hard to comprehend the full sexuality of sex work, porn, stripping. So what do? They get to the medium that their feeble minds can understand.
Right.
So like for a lot of people,
it's the easiest form. It's the easiest form of sexual gratification.
So for a lot of people who are missing chromosomes, porn is overwhelming to them. So they find themselves watching Beyond Wrestling on YouTube. Intergender matches and Beyond Wrestling on YouTube.
You did a whole fucking conspiracy episode thing.
So that's the thing
with this.
So to me, I would most certainly never pay $130 to take a photo with Sasha Banks and Naomi. If I had $130, I would go right down to Sapphire, friend of the Bullies, and I'd have a fucking great time, dude.
Well, you have all your chromosomes.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yo, Larry, I said Robin Bird, and he's going off right now. If you're from New York and you don't know who's Robin Bird, you got a problem. Do you guys know who's Robin Bird? You guys are from Queens. I'm from Manhattan.
I know Larry Bird.
You know Larry Bird. Well,
I know Robin Williams.
Oh man, we have to do an episode on Robin Bird. I have to explain to you guys Robin Bird. And I was going to say that Larry Legend on to speak on Robin Bird.
Oh, just go to pubs. Just go to pubs in Brooklyn. You know how much $130 will get you at pumps? You know how much of a
Well,
you have a great time of your life. You can
Dude,
throw
we
a
should
birthday party for you and all your closest friends with
We should try to-
$130.
We should try to have the guy that did the photo as a call-in guest to explain his situation.
You'd be like, if
We
you
should
have,
we should reach out. We should reach out to him and tell him that we are going to give him a platform to tell the
Larry
story.
knows what time it is, bro.
reach out for
Larry knows what time it is. Yo, Robin Bird. All right, so Robin Bird was basically like, it was like soft porn on public access in New York City, like in Manhattan. And it would come on channel 35.
Like channel
at
13?
like 9 o'clock.
35.
Yeah, and it was like, so Spike TV was channel 36. So it was like, oops, I went to 35. And then you see fucking old ass Robin Bird. You just had to be there. You had to be there. I'm sorry.
This makes no sense to me.
See, I was
guys.
spoiled when I was a kid. I had the black box, so I just got like all the pay-per-views and porn channels for free.
Oh yeah, Spike.
I didn't even.
Wow,
I
you
didn't.
were one of
I didn't even
those.
care. I had a little
You
black
were one
box.
of
Dude.
those.
My dad got hooked up from the cable company. You know the cable guy.
Yeah, great movie.
Did one of those. It is.
All right, so before we get into
Oh,
any more
man.
wrestling discussion, do you guys want to hear a poem?
Let's do it.
Do you want to hear a
Did
poem?
you write it?
It was written by somebody who's probably watched Fight Club about one too many times. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Wrestling is not a love story. It's a fairy tale for masochists.
Masochist.
A comedy for people who criticize punchlines. A fantasy most can't understand. A spectacle because they're missing chromosomes. A spectacle no one can deny. Lines are blurred. Heroes are villains. Budgets are cut. Business is business. But it can also be a land where dead men walk, where honor makes you elite, where demons run for office, and rock bottom is a reason to rejoice. Woo! It's an escape, a reason to point the blame at anyone but yourself for 2 to 3 hours, an excuse to be a kid again, and nothing matters except the moment we are in. Wrestling is not a love story. It's much more. It's hope. And in a world surrounded in hate,
I hit a brother right
greed, and violence, a world where closure may never come, we all know a place that has hot and cold hope on tap, for better or for worse.
As cool as that poem was, I think Apollo Creed and Rocky Balboa ending the movie like that in the painting was better.
I think Bray Wyatt's a fucking idiot.
I don't know what was that about. And the demon running for office, was that Linda McMahon?
No, it's Kane.
Oh,
What are
there
you? You
go.
don't get the reference.
That was
did it.
tweeted.
Dude, he's so good. I can't understand how
He's
you
an
don't
idiot.
appreciate it.
He's an idiot.
Why? What
Dude,
makes him an idiot?
That is like poetry 101. Oh, I'm attending NYU art school, and a fantasy most can't understand. Hope, hot and cold on tap. Suck it, Bray Wyatt. All right, just don't
You're a
come
hater.
back. Just don't come back, dude. Go.
Why?
be a
He's coming.
fucking-
He's literally coming back. He's literally coming back. There's literally nothing else the man cares about. He's literally in this poem is telling you that all he cares about is wrestling.
Woo!
Woo!
What an idiot.
Why is he an
He's
idiot?
one
What
of
makes him an
many
idiot?
who have posted very cryptic photos and very cryptic tweets.
He's
and Triple
he's
H has
always been a
back in
cryptic
office.
man.
Yeah,
he's
because
always
he's
done it.
Stupid. He's stupid. Okay?
What makes him
He's
stupid though?
What
Why
makes
is he
him
stupid?
Okay, so this is
Woo!
yeah. Okay, let me just.
It's very clever. Very clever wordplay.
I don't think
that
it's
the word
clever at all. I think it's retarded. I mean, I think it's. Oh God.
demonetized.
Damn it, Brian! You see what you made me do, dude?
Well, I'm gonna just say that word's coming back just like his cuck has came back. We even have our fans using it now.
He's brilliant. Yo, he might. Okay, listen. He might be brilliant in the landscape of like.
Dude, he's a
Wrestling.
fucking artist, bro.
He's an artist. What kind
He
of
is.
what? An artist eating donuts, dude?
Was he very? I mean, come on, you're just hating. You're
the only thing that you need to get listen, and I have a bunch of tattoos. The only thing you need to get a bunch of tattoos is a tattoo artist.
So
you know what I'm saying?
Bray Wyatt. You hated Bray Wyatt. You hate Bray Wyatt.
The only artist he should ever be is a sandwich artist. How about that?
Cheese sandwiches. You want him to make cheese sandwiches?
Dude.
Damn, son, where'd you find that?
I think this is another bad take of yours because I'm a large Bray Wyatt fan, and I think that poem was emotional.
You think it was?
And I enjoyed
it. It was from the heart.
I apologize.
You're allowed to have your shitty takes. I'm allowed to have my shitty takes.
No, listen, we're trying to.
I'm shit take Brian.
Cuck of the week is a thing. Cuck of the week is a thing, and I'm, honestly, bullies as a group are trying to bring back the R word, and it's tough sledding. It's uphill sledding.
It's hard.
It's not easy. But Sean, what do you think about the Bray Wyatt poem?
I think it is another attempt, as I said before, by another, former wrestler of the, NXT era, because he came from FCW. And, I just think that's another attempt of those, like, hey, scratching at the wall, like, hey, remember me? I was relevant when you wrote my stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it's
kind of a little desperate. Reeks a little bit of desperation.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
He's gonna be relevant again. I'm confident that the man's going to be relevant again, and he's going to work hard. He's going to do it for Brody. He's a very quiet boy, and I think that the man is going to come back better than he ever was.
All right, well,
that's what I think.
To the man, I remember when he came out, they said he was he was the Hummer that ran on a Hemi engine or something like that, a Ferrari on a Hemi engine. The dude was a big guy. He could move. I think over time, things outside were getting a hold of him. And you didn't see the Bray Wyatt you once saw before.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, you want to say that the Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, was bogged down by emotional problems. He took the death of Brody Lee very hard.
Dude,
as anybody would.
And on top of that, he was experiencing a lot of creative stifling, and he had to get burned alive. It's like, okay, I'll give him a pass. But, however, it's just, to me, he had a small window where he was good, and that was like the original Swamp Bray. And even then, he was saying a lot of nothing in like a very cool, cadence, in my opinion, dude.
He believed what he was saying.
Dude, it's like the difference.
He moved good.
It's like a
show. He believed in himself.
It's like a show. It's like the difference between the Black Mirror and like Severance. There are certain shows like you know what I mean, like Lost. Lost just kept asking questions and never gave you answers, and it was like everyone and for a long time everyone was buying into the hype. Like, wow, this show is so heady. Oh, you think it's about nothing? You just don't get it, bro. You just don't get it. And it's like, nah, dude, some shit is about nothing. And I think Bray Wyatt is about nothing, dude.
Dude, John Cena just recently came out and said that his most emotionally invested match was his match that he had with Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania. That might just be him talking shit.
Because there was a lot more for Cena on the line than Wyatt.
But I think Bray Wyatt did a lot of creative writing in that match.
Cena allowed that to happen, dude. Like, Cena believed in Bray. So, and it's just like anything, dude. It's like what the fuck? What's the guy's name? The guy who made Twin Peaks, David Lynch, right? When David Lynch was trying to make a show on CBS, the original Twin Peaks, he was writing all this crazy, weird, nonsensical shit. And the CBS executives were like, dude, reel it in, man. We got to make like a real TV show here. So Twin Peaks, because it was weird David Lynch, plus people grounding him, Twin Peaks was a good show. But then when Showtime, years later, just gave David Lynch the full control to do whatever he wanted, it was lame. And you're seeing that a lot with like the AEW guys. It's like they need that filter. They need somebody to say, yo, that idea is not so great, dude. Let's rework that. Like Malachi Black. House of Black sucks, dude, because he's got too much creative control. You know what I'm saying? So like I feel like that's the way I feel about Bray Wyatt on Twitter, and that's the way I feel about Bray Wyatt coming back. Now, I feel like there's a small chance that under the Triple H golden renaissance, maybe it works. But we already saw Dexter Lumis back, so what? Like, we got Dexter Lumis, that he fills that role. And Bray, they might think that Bray's just not reliable, dude. Maybe he's like too in his feelings and shit.
Yeah.
How do you even know he's going to WWE?
I'm just saying wherever he goes, I don't care.
Listen, I'll say it like
I
this.
think it would be.
I think
wherever he goes, you would be a little interested.
I think at some point he had the potential to take on a run that would, legitimize him as a singles competitor. But along the way, it became the pairing situation where, it's where he started. He came in with a group. Then he
life
was with
happened,
Randy,
man.
You know what I'm saying? And then he's with Alexa. He never really got the shine to really like go forth on his own to really create that path for himself. He went into Mania as champion once, yeah, but what was really
it was the worst. It was the worst.
You know what I'm saying? It's like he never really got the
But that wasn't his fault. I don't think it was his fault.
Well, and look, like the Firefly Funhouse. Like I'm sorry, go ahead.
I think if you're given the ball and you don't roll with that ball and it flops, it is your fault because you had the opportunity to make gold out of nothing and it just didn't work for you. Not to say that it won't happen again down the line, but it just didn't work right now. And there's something that you have to acknowledge that's not working for you. And once you change that, who's to say you won't make fucking gold?
That's why I'm worried about him because I think that everyone thinks that it's not his fault. So if he doesn't think it's his fault, he doesn't think that he needs to change, so nothing's going to change, and I'm still going to find it boring.
See, but I don't think that's what it was. I think that he had a big emotional problem in his life at the time where he left WWE, and I think that's what was the main cause of him leaving and him going downhill was his emotional and just his personal problems were making his work life not good.
Do you guys think that's what do you think that he was punished for cheating on his wife with a ring announcer?
No, everyone cheats. All those people cheat on all of each other.
I think
it's a cuck fest out there.
Up in such
they're all cucks with each other.
Yeah, listen, if you wind up in a situation like that, it's just a high five all around. Like, yeah, you got her all right.
Well, speaking of that kind of behavior, John Laurinaitis is fired. Do you guys care? Quick comments, real quick. I don't want to spend too much time on this.
I never liked him.
Just been released.
He always seemed like a piece of shit.
CM Punk did a little jig, who I hate, by the way, now.
I fucking hate him more than anything.
What about Killer Cross returning? Are you guys juiced for that in any way?
No, I think he sucks.
Listen, I think it's cool because it throws more people into the title picture. Right now, we need more people in the title picture. Brock
I would have been more excited for Gargano.
Has the longest reign in WWE history with the title. I don't think Drew McIntyre's cutting it.
I would have been more excited for a Gargano than Karrion Kross.
Stop trying to interrupt Sean and talk about Gargano, please.
Sorry.
That's Raw. I honestly see Gargano coming back in a very heavy heelish role. I think that's why we're seeing Dexter Lumis. I think that's why we're seeing a lot of emphasis on Ciampa. I think there's going to be a feud for them down the line. As far as SmackDown goes with Killer Cross, I think it's cool. Or Karrion Kross, excuse me. I think it's cool, but I don't know if it's really going to weigh heavy on that title picture. And I think they really need somebody that they could depend on to go back and forth for the title.
I read something that said that USA wants the Raw title featured on Raw more. So they're thinking about a split and enter Karrion Kross so Roman doesn't have to lose everything, but maybe something happens in a three-way or something.
Right.
And then it's just like so funny. They immediately brought him back with Scarlett, TikTok. I don't know. And then it's so fun. It was so weird how like half of it was black and white. It was like he jumped his own entrance, and it's like half the people watching Friday Night SmackDown on Fox don't even know that Karrion Kross had a black and white entrance. The only thing good in black and white that's happening right now are the Gene scenes in Better Call Saul. The best thing on television. That's all I care about. Do you guys want to hear 6 facts? Speaking of Killer Kross and Scarlett, you want to hear?
Yeah, I've been waiting for the 6 facts.
You guys really excited?
I would love to hear these facts. Pat, let's hear them, man. Let's go.
Now, oh boy. I went ahead and scoured the internet for interesting things to talk about, and I found this on Facebook. 6 facts about or 7. There's 7. You get a bonus fact.
Bonus fact.
Yo, Better Call Saul is the best show on TV. Let's take a little sidebar here. My favorite show of all time is The Sopranos. Maybe number 2 is The Wire. And
that's my brother. He knows better than that. That's my brother.
Up until Better Call Saul, my third was Breaking Bad. But, Better Call Saul is better than Breaking Bad. And it might be, I don't know, it's different. But it might be as good as The Wire. It's as good as anything I've ever watched.
Wow.
Better Call Saul, forever, dude. And last night, that's why I'm not. You guys are responsible for the reviews. All I've been watching is the New York Metropolitans and Better Call Saul, dude. I'm not watching wrestling. It's like, Mance Warner's on Friday night. That's great. Have you ever seen Max Scherzer pitch? You know how long I've been waiting for the Mets to play good baseball a lot longer than I've been waiting for Max Warner to be on TV, dude. So I'm sorry. I got priorities, man.
I hate real sports.
You hate real sports?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mean to say it like mean like that.
You're lame. You're being mean. Just don't like. You're being mean.
I hate real.
I'm being mean. I don't follow professional sports besides wrestling.
Tune in next week for our new podcast, I Hate Real Sports with Brian Ginsberg.
It sounds like an actual show.
Hey, number 7, Scarlett previously worked at a nightclub. During her early days as a professional wrestler, she landed a job as a server in a Chicago nightclub, The Underground, in 2014. She was in a bad financial situation and needed to earn some money. So, shockingly, she got a job. Sorry, I made that. I just added that part in a little bit. She had a job. And this is the best part. In an interview with the Chicago Tribune, the 31-year-old disclosed that she did not have heat or hot water at home when she started working. And this is the best part, too. Blah, blah, blah. She worked at the thing. Blah, 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 blah. And they quoted the club owner. And this is so dope because the club owner, his quote, I feel like she still works there. You know? Professional wrestling and nightclubs don't really cross paths very often, but we knew she would be good because you have to work hard in the ring. She is probably one of our best servers. If she is on the floor and you're in a way, she'll give you a playful arm bar so that you move. That doesn't really seem efficient. Last week,
arm bar.
Last week, she showed one of our hosts her signature move and jumped on his back. So what do you guys think about that fact?
What the fuck?
It's a fact, dude.
Sounds like she's making money.
Why does
she doesn't own the nightclub, she just works at it.
Did you guys, I'm already bored with this. Scarlett is of Romanian descent and did not learn to speak English until she was 4. Do you guys interested in that fact?
I feel like
I think she kind of has a little accent. She might have like a little accent.
You remember WWF magazine when they had the posters, and then like before we pull up the poster, had like a bunch of facts.
Like with numbers, thing. It was like numbered like different. It was like counted like it was like 10 facts.
It'll be like Bret Hart's favorite video game, and it's like the Simpsons, like Paperboy.
Wait. Larry in the chat says now she's caking. Is caking the thing that the China cosplay woman does? Where, like, you sit in a bathtub and rub cake all over your face for OnlyFans? Is that what you're referring? Oh, you're just talking about making money. Because, you know, did you guys see the China cosplay at C2E2?
Yeah, that was crazy, right?
Yeah. I did see it. I went down the rabbit hole, and that woman pours cake and Nickelodeon goo all over herself in a bathtub on OnlyFans.
Wait, what?
You guys into caking?
No.
What is?
I like to eat cake.
Like Steve Aoki, like the DJ, he throws cake at people at the end of his set.
Dude, all I'm saying, I wish I screenshotted it. I wasn't even gonna bring it up, but once Larry said caking, an alarm went off in my head, and I'm just saying that there's a whole caking thing. There's a whole thing.
I'm sure there's a whole scene of cakers.
That is wild.
Yes, China Girl also updated the outfit, and the shorts are more accurate. It's because I went out and tweeted from Bullies, yo, that China cosplay wasn't all that. And then a day later, boom, she had the right shorts. So I'm just saying, influencer,
you helped
be
her
the
out.
judge.
You helped her out.
Number 5, Scarlett trained at Seth Rollins' Academy to prepare herself for Tough Enough. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. It says Cuck Enough.
Cuck Enough.
Number 4, Scarlett's marriage plans changed. I can't see myself getting married and having kids for at least 10 years. I want to travel and meet different people. Uh-oh. And then Cross was like,
These are the worst facts I've ever heard.
And then he says, when her and I met, there was a spark and there was a connection. It's like, yeah, I'm sure there was. It's like there's just the thing in the room when you know two people gravitate towards each other. Oh, boy, hold on. This is the very thing that Sasha Banks was trying to, guard against. Basically, what I'm reading,
calling you a hater, bro.
I'm reading between the lines, and I feel like Killer Cross just stared at her until she talked to him. We were both terrified of it, so we tried to stay away from each other for like a really long time. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Okay, who cares? Fact number 3. She had an incident with a fan at AAA where they grabbed her butt. But then, fact number 2 is that her parents didn't allow her to watch wrestling growing up. But just remember fact number 3. A fan grabbed her butt in AAA, and then number one, and this is the whole point of the article. I feel like it was kind of like
built up to this.
Built up to this, much like wrestling. Scarlett Bordeaux's inappropriate request to her fans. She was on the Alicia Atoot show. Oh, another excellent, top of the line wrestling journalist right there. I like showing off the figure, whether it's a guy, a girl, especially the guy, like a nice butt. Yeah. If you don't follow me already, do that. Send butt pictures. I'll probably regret saying that. LOL, she said. So basically, I just wanted to tell you guys, I think all 3 of us should send her butt pictures and ask her to rate them.
She asked for it.
Hey, I heard you're looking for butt pictures. Here's mine.
How many butt pictures do you think she received? How many butt pictures do you think she received? Like quite a bit? We're talking dozens?
I would say like thousands. I would say thousands.
And you're going to tell me there's no BO line at Comic-Cons?
No, I mean, you want those people there because they pay you.
What about BO, like butts out?
You want the BO.
Yeah.
Butts out.
Butts out.
You guys want to talk anything else about WWE? You want to talk about Raw at all?
Raw was different, bro. I listen, I'll say this too. Raw had such crazy camera cuts that you could tell that this guy, what's his name, Kevin Dunn, has absolutely nothing to do with these camera cuts anymore. For the first time, I seen a backstage segment where they featured more than 3 different superstars at once. And it led into each and every story. And you know what? Back in the day, they used to do this thing where there was something happening at Raw and they followed it throughout the night. Yesterday, I think, was the first time that they've done that in years, where they followed something throughout the night, and at the end of the show, it culminates. Raw has been
little thread.
A mess. Something that you don't enjoy watching. The past 2 weeks, I've enjoyed watching the first hour, the second hour, and most importantly, the last hour, which is why you watch it. You don't watch it to flip through and say this was boring. But the past 2 weeks has been good. And you know what? If the route they're going is working for them like this, and the fans are tuning in because clearly they got a bunch of million other viewers the past week, you know what I'm saying? Something's working. Keep it going. Move it forward. Let's keep it going.
The matches have been fucking awesome. The Dolph Ziggler Gable match was insane.
Ciampa
double
coming out
three-way
with Hardy Race's robe. What was that?
No, not the double three-way. This was on Monday. It was just Ziggler and Gable.
Match.
It was just a singles match. And it was insane. It was really good. Like they were just doing like legit like wrestling holds, and then he kicked him with one super kick for the win. One
It was
super
like
kick.
La Femme Nikita
How it
was gonna
should
come on
be.
afterwards.
A super kick.
You felt like La Femme Nikita was gonna come on after.
I even like the control shit with like Bailey and Io Sky and Dakota Kai.
Is that the name of their group? Control?
They call themselves Control.
Have you ever played the video game Control?
No.
Really good game. Check
Is that
it
a
out.
PlayStation game?
It's a PlayStation game. It's about
I remember Portal.
No, Control's another thing. Check it out. Look it up.
Yeah, Ray versus Finn was good too.
Ray versus Finn. Yeah, Larry mentioned that.
Oh, so good.
All right, so let's bring it all home before we move on to the next. Maybe take a little smoke break. Move on to the next.
I've been waiting for you to say it.
What? I guess my final question, we talked about the Sasha Con. We talked about WWE. We talked about Triple H. Do you think that Sasha is going to receive a text message from HHH, and you think that you're going to see her back because Trips is now in charge?
I think they're both going to be back.
I think so. Hear me out, guys, real quick. I think that is going to be a great tournament. And then when we have our favorite team that we think is going to win and be the new women's tag team champions, out comes Sasha Banks and Naomi to let everybody know that they're still the champions.
Who's going
to be the champions?
They never lost. They never
lost. And you know what? I love it, and I can't wait for it.
Who are you picking? Who are you picking to win the tournament? Do you know?
I think I'm gonna go.
I have all the
NXT
teams.
Girls. I'm gonna go the NXT girls. I'm gonna go Nikita Lyons and Zoe Stark. I think Triple H is high on the Nikita Lyons girls. He knows what time it is when it comes to pop culture and hip hop, and he knows that she's down with it too. So they want somebody like that on TV because they're going up. I said this before. They go up against A&E and VH1 shows, and they need somebody like that on their show to get those ratings in. So I think Zoe Stark and Nikita Lyons will, they'll further on to that tournament. They're new faces, new names, new Monday Night Raw, new direction. Let's go.
Brian, can you name me the teams in under 30 seconds?
Yes.
Right.
Tamina and Dana Brooke. Well, now they just lost, so it's Io Sky and Dakota Kai, Alexa Bliss and Asuka, Nikki ASH and Dewdrop, Raquel Rodriguez and Aaliyah, Xia Li and Shotzi, Nikita Lyons and Zoe Stark, and Natalya and Sonya Deville.
You see, if Bailey was at all involved, if it was Bailey and Sky, like Io Sky, Shirai Sky.
Well, she's the manager. She's their manager.
I feel like if Sean is right and Naomi and Sasha do come back, which I could foresee, I think that anything involving Bailey, because they'll try to, that's history there, they'll try to lean in on that.
They're gonna need a takeover Brooklyn Part 2.
It's either going to be Alexa Bliss and Asuka or Io Sky and Dakota Kai. That's who I think is going to win the championship.
And you know what? I think if it does go that route, I do see Dakota and Io taking the straps, and I do see Bailey and Sasha going on a feud with themselves there.
Facts.
Sounds cool. Sounds
just like
great.
my man Pat just said.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. But I will put a button on that by saying, even if Triple H is faking it, I mean, even if he's being like performative, at least he's still performing. You know what I mean? Like, even if it's a fake, even if he's disingenuous, the changes are real. They are noticeable and they are happening. So even if he's full of shit, it doesn't really matter because it's actually happening,
Right, shit's happening.
Listen, and I say it like this. My reason in saying that too is because SummerSlam is always the big build-up for everything that leads into Mania. The next big pay-per-view we have culminates from Boston, Massachusetts. It's Survivor Series. So you're not telling me you're not going to have the boss back by Survivor Series in Boston, Massachusetts to take on Bailey, who returned at SummerSlam. It's possible, and you know what? It'll be a great route for them to go because those girls, they put on magic every time they get in between those ropes.
I mean, I definitely see that, but I think Bianca's definitely going to hold the belt for a long time, so it definitely won't be for the belt.
No, it'll just be a straight grudge match. And you know what? We're seeing that now, like what you said last night between Gable and Ziggler. We're seeing a lot more just single matches where we're seeing these wrestlers, not sports entertainers, wrestlers go out there and do what they love to do, which is wrestle. So who knows? We're probably going to get a bunch of competitive matchups between Bayley and Sasha. I wouldn't mind a best of 5 series. I wouldn't mind one of those. That's pretty cool. We've never seen a women's one. Why not?
I'm an ass man. Bow, bow. Do you guys want to run down some indie news, or should we go on our smoke break and then finish up strong with some indie news and some AEW?
I think
I would say let's
some indie and
yeah,
AEW.
I agree with Sean.
What did you even say?
I said I think that we should come back with some indie news and all elite wrestling as well.
All right, I love that. Yo, thank you guys so much for watching. Urka, Larry, Alicia, Logan Stein, and everybody else who's been watching and chatting, and I can't see your names right now, but feel free to speak up. Your friendly neighborhood Blvd Bullies, yo, you know what it is? We're slaves to the game. And by game, I mean smoking weed. So we're gonna take a 5-minute break, attempt to not get demonetized. You know, we gotta.
Does this demonetize us by showing it?
Oh, well, Brian, that's just, what do you I didn't even see what you're showing. It's just a stick you found outside.
Right, it's just like a little pencil.
So we're going to go sharpen our pencils. And when we come back, be sure to give us something to write on. Please, feel free to smoke along.
Yo, Larry,
with.
I think that's Shayna Baszler, bro. I don't think that's going to be Naomi and Sasha. I think that's going to be Shayna Baszler.
I'm also going to refill my blue
We'll touch
cup.
back on that later, bro.
Yeah, so feel free to enjoy the Blvd Bullies music. And
it's a good song.
Smoke along with, pop a beer with. And we're going to come back for another hour at least. I feel like we're already behind schedule, so we're probably going to run a little over.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know.
We run a little over sometimes.
Thank you guys so much. Love you, live for you. Blvd Bullies. Smoke break time. We're, in the coming weeks, we will have a smoke break graphic. At the end of the show, we're going to do Q&A stuff, too. And maybe we're going to change the format. There's a whole bunch of stuff in the works.
Once a week, we should do like a smoke and drink with the fans. Because I feel like I want to smoke and drink with everybody. You know?
As long as they stand away.
I think we're going to do some trivia. And I think some people are going to get some mugs. Some people are going to get some mugs if they stick around for some trivia soon.
Right, we need to do like more giveaways.
All right, whatever. Bye.
Yeah, man, they deserve
Oh, so cursed, may you burn in hell forever, 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 forever.
Are we? So?
I'm muted. Hey, how are you? We're back.
¿Cómo estás?
We're live again. We're still smoking though, so the smoke break was a little bit more than 5 minutes. You know what?
We decided that we're bringing smoking back, like we brought back Cuck of the Week.
Yeah, you know, just like Cuck of the Week took a brief absence, I feel like every week at about an hour in, me and Brian are dying to smoke. And then it's like, I didn't want to smoke on YouTube, so we go to a break, but then we lose half our viewership. And by the time we come back, we're still smoking anyway.
Right.
Blue Demon, how are you? What have you been up to lately?
Estoy bien aquí en la casa de mi amigo que se llama Ringside Sean. I'm here to say hi to the Blvd Bully and have a good time with you, Mr. Pat, right? Mr. Pat.
It's so funny. I mean, that's exactly what the kitchen guys used to call me at the restaurant, Mr. Pat.
I see, Mr. Pat.
Mr. Patrick. Dude, this guy came into my job today and he wanted a job. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll introduce you to my boss. Like, what's your name?
Like a random person just walked in and asked for a job?
It was like an older Spanish man. And he goes, and I was like, what's your name? He goes, Jorge or Josh. I was like, what?
Not George?
No, clear as day, Josh.
Oh, Josh. You can call me Josh.
That's very funny.
Blue Demon, what's your favorite match that you've ever wrestled?
Una vez yo peleé con mi nombre era Ramses en una película que se llama Nacho Libre. One time I wrestled in a movie called Nacho Libre and I played a man called Ramses, okay? And Ramses. I wrestled Nacho Libre in the movie, and it was a fun time. Mr. Yak Black, he's very friendly man. Jack Black.
Yeah, so that was fun for you.
Sí, mucho fun.
Mucho fun. Brian, do you have any questions for Blue Demon? Brian, have you seen Nacho Libre? Do you have any questions about the behind-the-scene workings of that movie?
Did you smoke weed with Jack Black? Mr. Blue Demon?
Oh fuck! I think he might. Is he coming from Mexico?
No,
oh, okay. Because I thought he was frozen. He's frozen.
En México, la marihuana es prohibida. You can smoke marijuana in Mexico.
Still.
So me and my friends, we like to drink a beer. So we had we had the nice beer.
Cerveza. I know beer.
Mucha cerveza
I know
para
beer.
nosotros, sí.
Yeah, I know it. I know that.
Gotcha.
Sí.
That's all
All right. Well, I mean, I don't have any way out of this bit, so I guess we're just gonna keep it going.
Oh, okay. What's happening today in wrestling? I like Tony Khan. He gives a big hug.
Oh well, before we get to Tony Khan, Blue Demon, did you see Billy Starks try to murder herself?
Oh,
In front of like 50 people?
Pobrecita nena. I know the Billy Starks. She's a good girl. Very young. And she do the flip. And she hit the chair and, se jodió la espalda de ella. You know, she break her back. And it's not good. It's not good. You're too young for that, you know?
No bueno.
I don't do that.
Yeah, dude. That was insane. And, I don't want to get like, I saw people tweeting, imagine doing this for $75. I don't want to hate like that hard. I don't want to hate that hard because, that's a bold choice.
Well, it looked like the chair like slipped out of the way. It looked like she was supposed to like land on the chair, but the chair like slipped away. And then she like completely landed on the floor.
Right, but you can't depend on and you saw on Friday, and we're about to get to this as well. You saw how Friday Mance got suplexed onto the chair.
Right.
And it folded in that right, correct type of way. But I don't think you can't depend on a chair to break your fall that way. Like that's like a bonus gnarliness. Right. Like a table, okay, maybe you can do a front flip through a table, expect a little bit of fall breakage. But for you to do a flip on a chair, I mean, Blue Demon, have you ever done a flip on a chair?
I like to sit down on the chair. I don't like to do the flip on the chair. Okay.
I think it was poor planning, and I think it was like similar to the Hoodfoot stabbing situation where they talked about it before and it like sounded good on paper, and then they did it, and it just like fucking. I mean, she didn't get hurt though.
Are you sure?
Like, not injured. I mean, I went to her Twitter to look at it, and she just like posts. She's just like posting normally.
She only gives health updates to OnlyFans. That all the female wrestlers. That's how they do it.
Her Patreon, you gotta be a patron.
Patreon. Health updates on Patreon only, dude.
Right.
There's a paywall behind. Let me recut that because I feel like OnlyFans was an ignorant thing to say. I'll just say it this way. I think there's a paywall behind injury updates. Blue Demon, do you have any paid content?
No, I sell the t-shirt en la marqueta. Yo tengo mi camisa, una marqueta en México, la ciudad de México, que nosotros vendemos las camisas así por $15. That's $10 American. I sell my shirt in the market. I help the neighbor and they sell my shirt, and then that's it. I have a pro wrestling tee. You know the pro wrestling tee?
Yeah.
We have one too.
We got one too.
You find me in pro wrestling tee. I have two, okay? Just two. My mask, okay? My mask, and then the Blue Demon on the shirt.
Oh, it's I feel like it's all coming together how this all happened. Because if Blue Demon sells his mask on pro wrestling tees, one thing could lead to another. Mm-hmm. But what a delight. I mean, I can't wait to field in the comments.
You know what I'm talking about.
Brian, you've gotten hit in the head with a kendo stick before. Would you do a front flip onto a chair from the top rope to the floor?
I probably couldn't even do a flip.
What about from the apron?
I'm not a flipping boy. I'll take Sabu once threw a chair at my head. I have it on video, and then he threw a chair at my. I asked him to do it. His manager tossed him the chair, and then he Sabu'd me with the chair, and then passed me a joint after I sold the chair shot. So I'll take a chair shot. I would even take a tube to the head. I'll take head shots all day.
Brian, Blue Demon wants to know, babyface bad take, Brian. Blue Demon wants to know if you got the hands up. Did you put the hands up or did you take it like a champ?
No, I took you. I have
go like this. Like this.
It's a straight face chair to the face. It's a beautiful moment in my life.
You loved it.
Sabu.
Oh, Papi, you can do that.
Sabu threw a chair at my face. Papi. You don't put your hands up. If Sabu throws a chair at your face, you don't put your hands up.
No, you go like this, Papi.
No, you stand there and you take it, and then you go like this, and then you fall down.
Mr. Pat, this guy, he don't think in his head, you know? You don't do that. You're going to kill yourself. Like the girl, she jumped onto the chair.
Yeah, Billy
It's not
Starks.
smart. It's an intelligente, listen, okay?
That's why we call him Bad Take Brian, and we're going to call Billy Starks Bad Decision Billy from now on.
Mira, Sean, ven para acá. Mira, I gotta go to the bathroom.
I understand, Blue Demon. It must be getting hot. It must be
getting
later.
hot.
Yeah, okay.
Hasta luego.
Hasta luego, Blue Demon. Thank you so much. Everybody, give it up for Blue Demon.
Muchísimas gracias a ustedes, okay? Sorry, ven para acá, sorry.
Yeah. Sean's coming back.
He's
Sean's
coming
back.
now.
Okay, thank you, Blue Demon. Wow, Brian, what a pleasure. Blvd Bullies versus the World.
An honor.
All the guests, a pleasure and an honor. Sean is going to be so upset that he missed it, dude.
Where the fuck did Sean even go?
I don't know. He didn't even tell us that he was hanging out with Blue Demon. So, Brian, we share a note. Like, the way that we format the show is that we do a share. Oh, wait. Oh, wow.
Oh.
Ahorita, por favor. Okay, espérate.
Dude, give it up. Blue Demon in the house. And now, ringside, Sean coming back.
You guys met him?
Dude, what a delight. What a gentleman.
He's a riot, bro.
Hermano.
He's a riot.
Yeah.
He is an hermano.
How do you say
The
partner?
guy drank my damn Pepsi. You believe that?
How do you say partner in Spanish?
Compadre.
Yeah. You know, you notice that, like, partner is the new brother. Everybody's saying
That's like
partner.
very Tupac.
Everybody's saying partner
Chill,
now.
partner.
By the way, excellent attention to detail by Sean. If only you started the show in that white shirt, that would have been great.
I had it under the Taker shirt.
How are you wearing two shirts, dude?
Which you loaned
You're
to Blue
getting cold.
Demon. Which you loaned to Blue Demon.
My AC's on -60.
Dude, you got to drop that AC.
They make air conditioners that go to that?
You got to drop that AC, whether you're in the car, whether you're at home. You got to drop the AC until it no longer does numbers and it just says LO. That's how hot it's been in New York, dude. That's how hot it's been in New York.
It's horrible out here.
It's been so hot in New York that I'm just ready to die from carbon monoxide poisoning, honestly.
It's so bad in Manhattan that I got an email that my Wi-Fi is going off at 11 p.m.
Just because it's just too hot.
Yep. My grandmother's building, they turn off the elevators at 2 p.m.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they're worried about
how many floors is the building?
What's that?
How many floors is the building?
26.
So what if you lived on the 26th floor, dude?
Then you got to trek it up 26 flights.
Dude,
you gotta be
fuck that building.
Shit.
Yeah, man, it's wild out here now.
Holy shit. Imagine
times.
you live in the city, you pay like $8,000 a month for an apartment on the 26th floor, and then you got to walk. Dude, I'd be like, yo, you're getting $6,000 this month. Fuck you.
It's wild, bro.
Fuck off.
That.
Yo, so let's talk about the indies. Brian, you want to talk about ICW. I want to talk about at the Effie promo. Sean wants to talk about GCW. What happens first? Do the ICW Vortex or the Battle of the Tough Guys, does that happen before or after Homecoming? I'm seeing here 820, 827. I don't know what these numbers mean.
827 is the Battle of the Tough Guys, and 820 is the week before, which is the No Holds Barred event.
So the Homecoming's actually first though, because Homecoming is this weekend.
Yes.
Yep. Did y'all see the Effie promo?
It's safe.
Oh yeah.
It was pretty good. It was
so
pretty
good.
I saw what he was going for. I don't know. I would have put a little bit more effort in.
I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was pretty good, man. I felt his words. They were meaningful. They all was like all truthful shit.
Yeah,
what he said made sense.
Yep, it was piercing.
It was all coherent.
It was piercing.
It was very good.
It was a matter of fact. It was a shoot, type of thing. I think that, and I love me some Effie. You know that me and Effie, friend of the Bullies, But I don't know. I would have set it up a little differently. He's like sitting in his chair on the green screen. And I think that, for something of this magnitude, maybe you put on your jacket and you go film in like the street under a street light or something, Like I know that Effie is like an anti-establishment person. But like the effort level, and not even to me, but to just the layman, the everyday person. It's like you're just sitting. I don't know.
I thought the words made up for the lack of.
Why can't we get a And by the way, this is something I fucking hate.
Flash.
How people who do promos, like the promo editors and people who shoot the promos, like the Isaacs, the DJ Tonys, the GCs of the world, they all like to put like written by. They all do the Hideo Kojima thing. Written by me, directed by me, edited by me. And then we get the wrestling promo. So whatever. But why couldn't you have gone to somebody and shot something like a little bit more creative than you just sitting at your stream setup? You know what I mean?
I agree.
Is that his like approach of it being like as real as it gets? Like that's him.
Yeah,
home.
I mean,
you got me at my piece, at my core. I can't think, I can't sleep. So when I'm sitting at my desk and I'm trying to play the games and I'm trying to get away from this world, I'm gonna acknowledge you. I'm gonna turn in my chair and I'm gonna speak to this camera that's here.
I don't know. I think I mean, maybe it's because I'm old. Maybe it's because I'm fucking old, dude. But like the real life to me is standing in a real life setting. You know what I mean? Like
that is his, but that's like his home turf. Like that's his setting.
I commented, look at
like
this.
He's a streamer. That's like his shit.
I actually commented from Bullies and complimented his traps. His trapezius muscles.
Traps.
Yeah, he's looking good. He was looking lean, mean, fighting machine. I love being Effie.
You think he's gonna win?
Yeah, I think I do.
Oh.
Yeah, I
think it's about time that a hometown boy goes over.
Man, you're all going Effie. You're both saying Effie right now.
I gotta say that is Blake Christian scheduled to fight Moxley?
No.
Or did he already?
That already happened. That was in Nashville. Okay. That was Friday night in Nashville.
A source told me that it was gonna be Blake.
Listen, I think if anything, Blake will disrupt the match, and that'll be the reason why Effie doesn't win. Because if I do see the match happening clean, I think Effie's gonna win, and I think if there is a disruption, it's gonna be Blake Christian because he's not happy that it's not him in that title match.
I've seen videos of like Nick Gage training, and I think that Nick Gage might be training for a match for a title match. And I think that John Moxley might hold the title until Nick Gage.
I think Nick Gage
might fight.
No, I think Nick Gage is actually just trying to get circulation back in his limbs, dude. I think that's why he's working.
You think he's done? You think he's dead?
No, I was fucking.
I think he has a few more in him. If anything, I see him interrupting the Cardona's wedding vows.
Oh, that's so annoying, dude. What are we doing?
They're doing their wedding vows.
What are we doing?
Man? I see Moxley winning the match and Nick Gage maybe a couple. When is like spring break? Spring break is when is spring break? We missed that already passed, right?
Spring.
Right.
It's like
right. That's in the spring, dude.
Right. So what is after this homecoming? What is GCW's next big thing? Is it spring break?
No, I think they have a few shows going in.
Dude, it's a goddamn dead of the summer. Spring break's the first.
They have a bunch of shows going into. They got
but I'm just talking about like they're big. They have big show. They have their big shows. Spring is the
furthest season from the one we're in right now, dude. We gotta go through fall and winter before we get back to spring.
They do events every single month, but they have their big shows like WrestleMania shows. Like their spring break is their WrestleMania.
I kind of,
is it
home right? That's during WrestleMania. That's like during WrestleMania weekend usually.
You are the absolute worst, but I will agree with you here. I will agree with you here that Mox taking the loss to Gage does make sense. Although in my heart, I want Effie. Even though the promo could have been a little better. He tickled me with like where he was going, but I think a little bit more direction plus a different setting would have made that legendary. Because it's he could act all coy and whatever, and he's like a captain of the industry type, but just at brass tacks wrestling, you could say that that's the biggest match of his life.
Yeah.
You could make an argument for that. I mean, I don't know the entire Effie history, and he did fight Jeff Jarrett at Hammerstein Ballroom.
Wasn't for a title though.
So it's like whatever, but versus Mox, that's like kind of a big deal, So I don't know. I'm a fan. We get on this show and I like to think critically. I like to think critically about things. I don't know. NGR and Art of War Games. Art of War Games is just the cage match, though. Really, that's not really anything crazy. They just do this dope cage match. So do you guys? Do you think are we done with?
Yeah, I think that's becoming a thing for them.
NGI might be like Nick Cage's return.
Pat, do you love saying brass tacks? I just said it once. I just said it like once or twice. I mean, listen, I'll tell you this. You might think that right now in this moment, I'm a person who enjoys saying brass tacks, but I'll promise you this. I'm just going on a brass tacks run right now, and because I've never really gone into a brass tacks space, I'm having fun with it, So if my brass tacks count is up to like 4 or 5, I apologize, but it just seemed like an apt new saying to take for a little fucking walk ski while we were talking about this shit. Do you guys want to run down GCW Homecoming CUM? Or do you want to just leave it at where we left it?
Sean's going to be there.
You're going to be there.
I'm going to be there. Run me through the card, Brian. Run me through that card.
Do you have a room at the Showboat Ski?
I do. I have a Showboat Ski.
You're at both
Saturday
nights?
Ski, and then... No, so the first night I'm in the Showboat, the second night I'm in the Borgata.
But you're going to both nights.
Yeah.
We're gonna
I
keep
am in
this
the Borgata.
We're keeping this brass tacks thing going, dude.
The first night's like way better. So we're gonna go.
Is it like a Saturday night, Sunday matinee type deal?
So they have
it's Saturday, Sunday, yes.
They have Saturday, Sunday, but also Saturday night. There's a JCW card right after GCW, starting at 11:30 at night. And I just totally found out about that. But what do we got starting tonight, though?
All right, run it back, Brian. Let's go. Let's run it down.
So
brass tacks. Let's go.
It's Cole Roderick versus Charlie Evans.
Okay.
You got Alex Colon versus Rina Yamashita. You got Matt Tremont versus John Wayne Murdoch, which is awesome. You got the Briscoes versus Los Macizos.
Los Macizos.
And then you got the championship match, which is Moxley versus Effie.
Wow.
Is that tag match a tag title match?
It is for the titles.
Yo, shout out Matt McHugh, friend of the Bullies. Love you, dude. Dude, the only match that really I love on that is Effie versus Mox with a passing interest in JWM versus Tree.
And you don't care about Alex Colon, Rina Yamashita? They're both awesome. It's going to be brutal.
Really.
She's awesome.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be brutal.
I don't really care about any of that shit, honestly. I care about the main, and maybe I care about what Tremont does with John Wayne. That's really all I care about right there. Am I bugging?
I think you're bugging. I think Tremont and John Wayne is just as cool as Rina and Alex Colon.
I don't know, man. And I gotta and then it's like, okay, well now on Baked.live there are 2 matches out of 7 that I want to watch. The Mets are probably playing. I'll know, before anybody knows, I'll see on Instagram that Effie won. Because that's what these wrestling news sites do. They just take screenshots of what happens and then say that it happened. So, even if I wanted to, not make... Because, dude, to me, GCW, ever since the Ricky Shane Page thing wrapped up, is no longer... And maybe even a little bit when Cardona was involved heavily, it's no longer like appointment viewing. Like I'll watch it the next day, whatever. But then by then, just through Bullies, like I know everything that happened, dude.
And you don't like ICW either. You're not big into the deathmatch shit. You don't like it anymore.
Pork Chop Express says that that tag match on Homecoming is dope.
Dude, the fucking Briscoes versus fucking
yeah,
Extremo
I mean it is the Briscoes. It is the Briscoes. Oh, dude, I love.
They're both insane.
I love Cyclope, dude.
Yeah,
they're
both teams
insane.
are wild.
And who's the other guy?
The Briscoes are putting out their best stuff that they've had in a minute.
Yeah, Miedo Extremo and Cyclope are dope.
Dude, they're gonna put on a fucking show, man.
I saw them at Tournament of Survival 3 where they fought in the finals and did like
first themselves. They first themselves.
They both fought in the finals. Yeah, it was dope.
That was probably so good.
And they like hugged and then like they had this spot where they both ducked. They both swung at each other, ducked tubes, and then they face each other, hit themselves with the tubes, and then hugged. And I was like, oh, this is awesome.
Legendary shit, dude.
Yeah, that was dope. And they used like a sawzall on each other. And
yeah.
And then
so how do you not like ICW? You just don't care anymore?
What are you talking about, ICW? We're talking about Cyclope and Medio Extremo, dude.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you're saying you don't care about the death match. Like, you don't care about Rima Yamashita. You don't care about Alex Colon. You don't care about ICW. All you care about is Matt Tremont and John Wayne.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen to me, dude.
You gotta watch it more, man. It's fun to watch, dude. ICW kills it. It's literally insane shit shit.
I know you want to talk about ICW so badly, and we're gonna get to that right after you tell me the day two Homecoming card.
It's I mean, I guess it's cool. It's got the renewing of the Reading vows of the Cardonas.
Yep.
You got
see, to me that's like must see, dude. Why wouldn't that be on night one?
They're going head to head with WWE on Sunday.
Oh, they're doing like a house. WWE's doing a house show at like Boardwalk Hall.
Yeah,
Sunday. What's it called? Sunday's called. It's called. What's it? It had a name. Sunday Stunner.
And what? And GCW's running at the Rainbow Room.
The Showboat.
The Zebra Room. The Zebra Room. Zebra Gum Room.
Right next to each other.
I mean, it's a pretty good card. Then you got Mike Bailey versus Joe Landau. Then you got Rima Yamashita versus Sawyer Wreck. Sawyer Wreck is pretty
brutal. Wreck has been on fire.
She wrestled Tremont recently, and that match was disgusting. Maki Ito versus Dark Sheik.
It was what?
Disgusting. They played that.
So funny.
It was brutal.
That's so funny to me. Dude, yo, I wish that Mike Bailey was on night one. I wish that the renewing of vows. I feel like you could take half of this, put it on one, and all of a sudden I'm locked in, dude.
Well, then they put Alex Colon and John Wayne Murdoch in a tag team together against Los Macizos.
Ooh, that's dope. See, I think I'd rather have that than Tree versus John Wayne.
Yeah, because there's history between the both of them.
Yeah, and you could tell a little story between Colon and John Wayne, and
yeah.
And now they're just they're just boys because they're both heels.
Sunday's gonna be
they'll have an uneasy alliance, dude.
Well, John Wayne Murdoch is technically a face in GCW.
All right,
because in ICW he wears the GCW shirt. You know,
if we want to talk about ICW, we gotta get off this. I want to ask you guys both one final question. I want to give you a what if. What do you think is going to happen during the Cardona renewing of the vows? Give me a name that you think is going to, because that's like a place, that's a moment that's ripe with overness. The next person, is it going to be Jimmy Lloyd, the different boy who interrupts, pops out of the cake? You're fucking with a different boy. Hit you with one thumbtack. All right, what do you guys think? I'm sorry.
I think it's going to be Gage. It's 1 year since their big death match where Cardona won the title from Gage. And I think, if anything, Gage goes out and he shows what he can do, what he's been working on. And I guess it'll be a little test for him to see if he could actually keep up right now. And if getting back in the ring is the right thing for him to do, you know? So I'm going to say Gage.
You think you're talking like you think they're going to have like a match? It's going to dissolve into like a match.
Yeah, I mean, you know how they have those little boil downs where it's not a match, but it's it's long enough to be a match, but it's just a brawl. It could possibly be one of those little spots there.
Cardona's in like a tuxedo.
Yeah, I see his whole entourage being there. Kurt Hawkins, Sterling.
Oh, he's got like his line of like best men.
Yeah, I think they're going to go the whole route with it being that they're going head to head with WWE, and I think Cardona has a lot of creative control when it comes to what he wants to do with the company because it goes over. Like people love him or you love to hate him, and regardless, people are going to watch it. So I see it being a cool skit, something fun to watch. And I agree. Gage is going to show up, so
I agree.
That's always fun.
I'm interested in what happens. Brian, what do you think happens?
I mean, it makes sense for Gage to show up, but I'm kind of thinking it's like whoever's going to win the championship, they're going to be like tight that they're like whoever wins. It's either going to be Moxley or Effie, and they're going to be tight that Cardona's like doing this during the GCW event. They're gonna ruin his stupid wedding.
I think he's pushing for another title run. Cardona.
That's kind of interesting. I mean, they do like a little 2-day WrestleMania 9 type thing, a little swerve. Effie wins, Moxley wins, and they drop it or something.
It's either gotta be Gage or the champion to interfere. Like it's gotta be the most popular dog. Nick Gage is still one of the most popular.
What do you think? Urka in the chat suggests Joey Janela because he loves Chelsea Green.
Oh God!
If there's a reason why anybody should object. You know what?
Janela's not going to be there because he's going to be in Japan. He got some dates working with I think DDT Pro.
No, you know what? No, I figured it out, dude. If there is a reason why anybody should object, speak now or forever hold your peace or whatever. Dong. Dong.
Yeah, it's got to be Gage. Gage's got to do something, man.
Yeah, dude. I see it. I feel
it. You guys.
I see it. I feel it. All right, Brian, you want to run me down some ICW?
I mean, yeah, it's going to be insane.
You put it in the notes. Who do you think's going to win the Battle of the Tough Guys? 12 men enter, 1 man wins.
It's 16, bro.
16 men enter, 1 man
wins.
It's
a 16-day tournament, right?
That's not until the next. There's one event before that event. There's no holds barred 31 before that battle even takes place.
Damn, 31?
31, bro. That's kind of insane, right?
The first one, the White Eagle Hall in Newark, New Jersey, right? Was it Newark?
Yes, sir. That's a fucking legendary event.
You had Gage and Tessa Blanchard. Who else?
That's Cass Homicide.
Cass Homicide, where Homicide beat the fuck out of him.
Deppen.
Right.
Yeah, it was wild.
Murdered Tony Deppen in cutoff shorts. Yo, Brian, Alicia asks, do we watch Circle 6? Brian, do you watch Circle 6? Circle 6 was a thing. I remember Urko was watching it on Friday.
I watched clips.
Just some clips?
It's basically just 440. It's like basically like Atticus and like Gregory Iron and fucking all them doing singles matches.
And it's kind of like No Peace plus 440 are in a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of sick, man. Like Schlack and Masada are killing it over there. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's definitely legit. It's definitely legit. I definitely want. Cool. I need to watch it. I need to watch it more to have a legit opinion on it.
Why don't we make a pledge right now, all three of us? And Alicia, I want you in on this as well. Urka, I saw that you were watching before. Raise your right hand.
The other right hand.
Let's make a pledge that the next Circle 6 event we're going to, watch and all talk about together as a family.
Yes. Okay. I pledge.
I pledge
a Circle 6 allegiance.
Cool.
I'm into it.
Cool.
I'm kind of into that. I can do that. No holds barred 31 sounds pretty good. It's got Hoodfoot's return. Hoodfoot's returning and wrestling Sadika, which is going to be crazy.
Did you see the photo of Sadika at the Sammy Guevara Ty Conti wedding
with Tony?
With Tony. It was Sadika
he's being inappropriate. He's just being inappropriate with all the wrestlers.
I mean, he was much closer than you could ever get to Sasha Banks, that's for sure. I don't know if he was being inappropriate, but he's much closer than you can ever get in your life to Sasha Banks.
Why isn't she on AEW? Think she sucks? Whatever. She's fucking crazy. She does crazy shit, dude. She's honestly one of the crazier ladies in the wrestling world.
All right, final thoughts on ICW. Who do you think's going to win the goddamn Battle of the Men or whatever?
Who?
Battle of the Tough
Do you
Guys.
want to hear the end? Do you want to hear all the entrants?
Yeah,
The
run
16
it down,
entrants?
Daddy-O.
All right. So starting
Dan
from the
Hansen.
top, Schlack, Hoodfoot, John Wayne Murdoch, the Bev, Kyle the Beast, Slade, Gary J, Chris Bradley, Joe Black, Aaron Williams, Hardway Heater, Casanova Valentine, Danny DeMonto, Akira, Brandon Kirk, and Matt Tremont.
Great lineup. Great lineup, dude.
It's insane. It's kind of
That's
insane.
a dope lineup.
So that's
16 is like insanely large.
So that's 2 days in the barn, in the original barn.
Is it the original barn? It says it doesn't say us. Oh, I can't. I don't think it's in the barn. It doesn't say the bloodshed.
Still
I'll be
pretty dope.
first. I'm gonna say Slade. I got Slade.
You're going Slade.
Okay,
Yep.
interesting choice. All right, I'm going to say that the winner of the ICW Battle of the Tough Guys needs to be somebody that ICW has exclusive rights to and can count on every single time. So I think the fact that you can go see Slade at Beyond and Slade maybe even sometimes at JC and GC kind of like takes him out of the main title picture.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I see what you're saying there.
I'm thinking that it's either John Wayne or Hoodfoot.
Could be Hood.
I don't think Hoodfoot.
I think they're going to
I
give
don't
it to
think Hood
Hoodfoot just as
because
I don't want
of
to
the
say it's
injuries
charity.
coming
I don't want to
off
say it's charity, but I think that he kind of deserves. He's kind of insane, bro.
What about
Hoodfoot is
Akira?
like,
What about Akira?
Here's a cuck.
Whoa. What makes Akira your nomination for Cuck
Dude,
of the Week?
because he's still making tweets asking for money for his stupid car. We
Really?
talked about him being the original cuck of the week for. He's literally still asking for it.
So until his car
I hate him.
until
I
his
thought
car gets
that-
fixed, he's a cuck.
Nobody gives him any money for his goddamn car because nobody cares.
Wow. I
Damn it.
All right. Well, maybe he wins the tournament to fix his car,
He's going to be the first one eliminated.
I think Cass is going to be the first one eliminated, obviously. It's the only reason he's on it,
Yeah, but
obviously.
I mean, I really would love Tremont to win.
You think Danny's
He
going to go
he's
there?
like,
Think Danny will go
you
there
think he's
and say, you know what? I'm the toughest guy. I am going to go there. There's been many people before who have gone to that place. Amazing Red. Check it on YouTube. Won the title of the school that he runs. Plenty of people in history.
Tremont won it. Tremont won it, but then he gave it to his students. He won it for his students.
Wow, okay. I'd give
He beat ours.
John
Remember
Wayne
that whole
Murdoch
RSP
money to
cult
fix
thing.
your car if he asks. You think John Wayne could fix a car? Yo, dude, why doesn't he just use his resources like John Wayne?
I mean, John Wayne seems like a guy that knows how to fix a car.
Like a mechanical type of
Yeah.
person.
For sure.
Yeah, he just doesn't put some
Yo, do you want
tobacco
to
in
hear what Nick Gage himself had to say about barbed wire everywhere before we get to AEW? This is a perfect AEW transition right here.
Yes, yes.
I probably
Please,
could have been a
let's
little
hear
bit
it.
slicker than calling out that I'm transitioning, but guys, I'm going to be transitioning. So Nick Gage, speaking of whatever, thinks that Barbed Wire Everywhere starring Jericho and Eddie Kingston was total bullshit. You want to hear the quote?
Please.
I thought you were giving us the quote.
Should I try to say it like Nick Gage would say it? Should I try to...
Yeah. You say it like.
let's just keep it real. Let's just keep it real. Jericho and me in a death match was awesome. Then they tried to write Jericho and Kingston in that Barbed Wire Everywhere garbage. That match sucked. Just calling it how I see it. I'm sorry, but if you're going to get thrown in barbed wire and you have a shirt on, that barbed wire is going to stick to your shirt and rip your shirt. You're not just going to come off that barbed wire. Then you're going to get hip tossed into a barbed wire net. You don't lay pants down underneath. I do like Chris. He's very nice to me. I'll be on the Jericho Cruise coming up in 2023. I'm not wrestling. I'm just doing a meet and greet, MDK.
That's the actual quote.
That is
Listen, he ain't lying. The match was trash. The fact that the
I don't
ring
think he's
announcer
gonna
had
be on
barbed
the
wire
cruise,
on his
dude.
microphone was wild.
I think he might be there. I think he actually might be friends with Chris Jericho now.
I think that he just got taken off the cruise. I could feel it in my bones, dude.
No, he's got to go. He's got to go.
I think Eddie Kingston's the absolute worst.
Yeah, I hate him now too, dude. And then they had the Sammy Guevara wedding thing, and he like interrupted. Like he thinks he's breaking the fourth wall, or they think that they're showing us him breaking the fourth wall.
Right.
And it's so lame, dude.
It's very lame.
Yeah, it's whack.
Yo,
It's
there's
whack.
only one person.
It is.
There's only one person that came out of the Chris Jericho black hole feeling good, looking good, and that's MJF. And what do you think is going to happen with him?
MJF watch, bro.
What if? MJF watch. Doo-doo-doo. MJF. We had Cody watch earlier in our lives. Now we have MJF watch. Dude, they're hurting. They're hurting without him, without Danielson.
Oh, yeah.
That show is not good, dude. It's not
I
a
think
good
he's
show.
he's sitting home waiting for the moment. It's going to be a moment, bro.
Yeah.
It's something crazy is going to happen. I don't know what it is. I really don't know what's going to happen. I think it might be Queens, or it's either going to be All Out or Queens where something happens.
Queens, yes.
But All Out is before Queens, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Which kind of sucks. But I think it's either because CM Punk might come back for All Out, and then I think we're going to get MJF at Queens. That's what I'm thinking.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I mean, like the last time they were in Queens, they opened the show with Brian and Omega.
We were there. We were all.
Match.
We have to make. If we're there, we have to vow now. We have to raise our right hands.
Oh wow, we're doing it again.
I'm doing it again. Yeah, raise your right hand. We have to make an MJF, a free MJF shirt. Hopefully, he's still not there.
Right. Good,
knock
good
on
plan.
wood.
Dope if he does show up.
Knock on wood
Good
that
plan, good
he's
plan.
not going to be there.
Good plan. We'll make
Did
an
you guys
MJF
watch
shirt.
Dynamite last week?
Did I watch? No, I didn't.
I did. I watched
Steve,
it. I
Bald
watched it
Steve was
today.
still in town, so.
So
Yeah,
they had a dumpster match. Did you guys hear about the dumpster match?
Yes,
yeah,
I watched it. I watched it.
I heard and saw the clips. Yeah.
How do you feel about that? You know what I'm saying? And it's like the exact same thing like Billy Gunn and Road Dogg did. It's like no originality.
Anytime they do like a crazy spot, it's always like they push the freaking stupid the garbage can off the ledge, and it's like 2 feet fall onto a pad. So it's like every time they do like a big large fall, they just show that they're like landing on some kind of impact pad. Anytime they do it.
Yeah, bro.
Yo.
It was wild.
The
It's trash. It's absolute
the
trash.
dumpster bump is no joke, dude. I don't care if they fill the whole thing with peanuts and goddamn Cracker Jacks and pillows.
Small. It was not even a fall, dude. The Mick Foley Terry Funk fall was legit.
Yo, that terrified me as a kid.
Nah,
dude, that was such a high fall.
That was like
really
hurt, dude.
At least 7. That was 5 to 7 foot fall. This
Yo, and
fall
they were
was
actually
like
in
a
there
foot.
too. You think they trapdoored it on Dynamite? You think they trapdoored it?
No, I think they were in there. It was dude. That fall did not even.
They were in there.
It was such a stupid fall, man. It was literally like Chris Jericho falling onto the pillows from the top of the stupid cage.
I don't know. I saw like the guy's foot sticking out, dude.
Stupid fall from the cage.
It's terrible.
Brings me to Christian Cage and Matt Hardy.
Ooh, nice. I love that.
I don't know how many
times
we've seen this already, but we got to see it on Dynamite this time. And did you see it, Brian?
I saw it. I thought it was pretty good.
Matt Hardy needs to stay away from the ring. You thought it was good.
I thought it was good. I enjoyed it.
Good?
Yeah.
What do you think was good from that?
I like heel. I enjoy a good heel Christian.
Okay.
Heel Christian has me.
Matt Hardy in that match.
Well, I mean, he's an older boy. He's an older boy.
He's an older man.
No, I mean, Ric Flair just wrestled.
Yeah, it was horrific, dude.
Dude.
Babyface.
This match wasn't horrific. I don't think that Christian versus Matt Hardy was horrific.
It was outrageous. It was outlandish.
Was it
good?
It
was too much.
Pat didn't even watch it. He can't even give his 2 cents.
Dude, on Friday night, something was happening. I think the Mets were playing, dude. They had
we're talking about Wednesday, God damn it.
Well, I don't know. I was doing something else. I can't watch this
You
goddamn
with Steve.
shit. Oh, yeah, that's right. Bald Steve was in town. Next week, solemnly swear, since we're abusing the right hand up, swear to God, I will watch all the things. We'll watch all.
I don't believe you. I
So
don't
then
believe
following that, the Undisputed Elite came out because they've been gone for a while. We haven't seen Adam Cole since the Forbidden Door pay-per-view
Oh,
where
right.
he mysteriously fell.
I saw this.
And you know, they're talking about this trio tournament with these new trio tag titles, and you know, it's just an odd number with them, right?
There was a kid
So
crying.
obviously there's one person who can't do it, and lo and behold, they wind up turning on the Young Bucks. Threw me off. I wasn't expecting that. I honestly thought they could have done it way better than that. Just throwing them out there and saying, "You guys
Did you see?
Did
you see the man's pants?
Whose pants? Hangman Page?
Hangman Page's pants,
Hangman's
dude.
Page?
You didn't like it?
Butterfly pants?
Why does he have butterflies on his jeans?
He loves them. And he wore a tucked-in, brand new wife beater white undershirt.
Dude, I've never seen that before in my whole entire life, and I can't understand it.
He looked a little frumpy. I mean, I got to be honest with you, dude. I mean, maybe that was the point. I'm like missing the point.
I had no idea what the point was.
Am I missing the point?
I've missed it. It flew over my head and just like completely missed me. He's supposed to be a cowboy.
I feel like those jeans were like somebody who's dying's jeans or something.
That was
his
like
grandpa's jeans.
Like he was
those are like his grandma's jeans who like just died.
That's sad. If that was true, then I would respect it.
I feel like there's like an inside thing that if we watched like Being the Elite, we would know like why he was wearing his like dead grandma's jeans.
So you think there's an inside joke?
Yeah, I think there's a thing. Yeah, I do. I mean, it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
And Jay Lethal.
So
Orange
also
Cassidy and Jay
stupid.
I
Lethal
think
went
that,
at it.
dude, ever since I've seen, I guess I didn't watch much TNA growing up, because that's where like Jay Lethal's from, right? He was like from TNA. Like he's literally Ric Flair. He talks like Ric Flair. He like does the nasally voice. He does the same voice, and dude, he does the same shit. It's weird.
He got it down pack, man.
I mean,
Oh my God.
I don't think I like it. I don't think I enjoy him.
No,
being
he
Ric Flair.
sucks. Dynamite sucks, dude.
Dynamite.
I mean,
Like the fuse. Dude,
yeah, I don't.
You know,
There wasn't anything great on it. Jericho versus Yuta, it wasn't great. I mean, Jericho's awesome. I think Jericho's kind of insane.
He can't keep up.
He can wrestle. I think he can wrestle. He's in the best shape that he's been in years.
That's the worst.
Yeah,
dude.
and
You are the worst.
When Dynamite started, he had like some kind of alcohol belly.
Bro,
but now he
looks
does.
like a melted mango, bro. His body looks wild.
No. He's definitely in way better shape than he was when AEW started.
You're right.
He looked insane. He had like some weird chest. He's in shape. He's definitely in shape.
He's still got a very odd chest.
What shape is that?
No, it looks better than it did.
Odd.
He did say he might have quit alcohol. There might be some kind of movement where all these guys
I don't think
are like
that's
stopping.
what's happening. I don't think that's what's happening at
I
all.
think he's on more alcohol.
I don't think so, because I mean, if you're on a lot of alcohol, you can't look like that. It's not easy for a man that age. It's not easy to look like that.
He looks like a
Dude,
barrel.
you're bugging. You're absolutely bugging.
He works out and he drinks. That's when you turn like a barrel.
Dude, he also tours. He doesn't only wrestle. He also tour. He's a touring musician. And he does multiple things that you have to be in shape to do. And I think that he's not out of shape.
Yo, I'm not even.
Used
I
to
don't
be.
even
He
care.
was.
I honestly don't even care. Everything that he does is the worst. You know, and you know what's so bad too? The Anna
He's probably
Jay,
one of the most popular people in AEW.
Dude, the Anna Jay stuff, where like she's now like some psychopath who goes and like chokes people out. It's like Jericho is like negatively influencing her as well. Dude,
I'll choke you out.
Daniel Garcia. Daniel Garcia was cool. Now he's lame, dude. Dude, Eddie Kingston was cool. Now he's lame because he wants to like murder Jericho. Now he wants to murder Sammy Guevara. You know who else is lame?
I say it every week. I think it's about time he takes some time off. Let the other guys get some burn. Let some other stories turn pages here.
Chris
because
Jericho,
he's on
never,
every chapter.
Never, dude. Never. Jericho's never going to let up, dude. He can't stand it.
God. What's crazy is that back in the day, he would take more time off than now. You took so much time off between 2000.
Are you eating
fucking
snacks, Pat? Are you eating? Are
yeah,
you
I'm
eating
fucking
food
eating
right now?
Yo, dude, and you know
You're
what else?
making me hungry.
You know what else is so sick, dude?
Damn it.
That like
What?
he ruined Eddie Kingston, and then all of a sudden he moves on from Eddie. Like Eddie goes on to like Sammy.
You're saying Chris Jericho ruined Eddie Kingston?
Dude, yeah, the feud with Chris Jericho.
Eddie Kingston ruined Eddie Kingston.
It's not like Vinny Mac.
Okay.
Whatever.
Can't blame
every
Chris
time
Jericho
you
for the
take
downfall of these people.
every time you say a bad take, I'm gonna eat another bite of snack, dude.
A bite of snack.
Yeah.
What is this snack you eat of? I'm gonna take a bite of snack.
Everyone agrees. Everyone agrees, Brian, that that's a terrible take. Chris Jericho sucks. He ruined Eddie Kingston. Yes, you're right. Eddie Kingston, I think just too much exposure, overexposed. You know,
He's not great.
Jericho sucks, and then Jericho convinces Moxley to call out the Lionheart because Jericho like senses that everybody.
Well, Jericho
he
sorry.
senses
Power Ranger.
he senses that everybody hates him now. So he's like, you know what I'm gonna do? Hey, I got a great idea. I got a great idea for my character. Maybe I should fight for the world title. And maybe Moxley, because he's a badass, should call out the Lionheart, Chris Jericho. So now Chris Jericho goes, you want the Lionheart? You got it. And it's like, dude, everything is geared around Chris Jericho's tiny penis, and it's totally lame. And it's
he's
the worst.
reinvented himself so many times. He's had so many different characters that he can become these different characters,
Too many times, dude. Too many times.
The man's a wizard.
Everybody thinks like Kip Sabian, for instance, sitting around with a box on his head for a year. It's not long-term storytelling. It's just long storytelling.
It's just long.
It's just long. It's not long-term. It's just long.
You know what's funny is that they actually have him traveling to these matches where Pac is wrestling on with the what's that title? The
All Atlantic.
The All Atlantic title. So this guy travels to all these shows with Pac and sits in the crowd with that bag on his head. It's wild.
He's an
idiot.
idiot.
Kind of sick. I mean,
He's a stupid idiot.
You don't think that's kind of sick that they're doing that with the All Atlantic title?
Nah, it's very cuckish.
But why is that cuckish? I feel like that's something interesting in that not every
the man is traveling around watching another man perform.
No, I'm saying what they're doing with the All Atlantic title.
I think what they're doing with the All Atlantic title is cool. I just think that Kip Sabian sucks.
Right.
Yeah.
I fuck Kip Sabian. I was just saying what they're doing physically with the All Atlantic title is pretty kind of
like I don't know. I'm just saying that if
they still haven't defended it in AEW.
No, it's ridiculous.
But it'll come. I feel like the first defense might be All Out. They'll defend it at All Out.
You know, so this is this is gonna be a hard take for me real quick. So
hard
take
alert. Let's go.
This past week, a lot of people have been like really like I'll just straight out say it, they've been shitting on Mance Warner, right? Who's this guy going up against Moxley? Blah 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 blah. Who's Mance Warner, right? Obviously, you don't know, right? Clearly,
he won a battle royal. Damn it,
he's a wrestler, right? So like. These fans are so heavily into AEW that they don't understand that AEW, in AEW's eyes, they are like the 42nd Street of indie wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Like they're big bright lights of that indie wrestling. So what happens in the indie world revolves around their world as well. So it's like if you don't know what's happening, whose fault is that? You clearly don't follow.
Do you think the problem with Eddie Kingston is that he did the exploding ring thing? He just never comes back from that.
He put his body over Moxley?
Was he ever cool? You know, I feel like he was a little cool after the exploding ring. I think his initial team up with Moxley when they were sitting on the couch with the fire and the whiskey.
So lame.
Tag team ring.
So lame, dude.
Yeah,
the only cool thing Eddie Kingston, the only cool thing he ever did was come out during the Cody Rhodes shit.
My brother.
And that was the coolest thing that ever happened, and then it's been downhill since there.
Yo, you know what? And when I was like a huge CZW fan, when I first met Larry, like 10 years ago, I thought Eddie Kingston was the fucking worst, dude. With his Puerto Rico pants and all this stuff. No offense.
Big baggy pants?
Yeah, no offense to the Puerto Rican flag on the pants, but they were just lame. It was just lame. They were just lame pants, and he was just lame.
He still is.
And then he like decided to give up on life and go completely homeless. And because Brian called him fat, he decided to call out Cody Rhodes. And then all of a sudden, he's coming out on live TV calling Cody Rhodes. Now all of a sudden, he's getting all perfectly manicured. And you know what else fucking annoys me? They all wear the Dunk Low sneaker. The Nike SB. You know what? Get a life. Get a life.
How do you feel about sneakers becoming more of a common wrestling attire?
John Cena did that.
Yo, the day that Chris Jericho came out wearing the Dunks, I was like, all right, this is shot. This is shot, dude.
Bro, he came out with Air Force Ones. He came out like he was ready to stomp somebody out.
Yo, they're ruining it for me, dude. And I don't even care. You know, I don't even care anymore. But I'm just saying, back in the day, you could go into like Foot Locker, buy some Air Force Ones or some fucking Nike SBs for like $70. And every month they had a different color. Yeah, the shoe.
Do you hate shoeless?
Yeah, no, the shoe.
You hate I'm saying like barefoot. Do you hate like a barefoot?
Why are you asking me about barefoot? We're talking about sneakers. What are you talking about?
I'm saying.
What about why would you go wrestling boot? Why wouldn't you say wrestling boot?
Because boot is the normal. That's what you miss. You miss the boot, but someone
like
that doesn't wear shoes at all is. But I'm saying, do you appreciate a no shoe at all?
I mean, if your name's Yokozuna or maybe possibly Matt Riddle, I mean, I can't even imagine doing anything.
Rusev did it for a long time too. The original Rusev was barefoot.
Yo, speaking of, you want to hear about these tweets that Miro and both Andrade liked?
That was wild, right?
So if you go to like Andrade's page, I mean, it might be gone by now, but we'll start with Miro since that's who we just mentioned. But so Miro liked a tweet that basically said somebody tweeted him saying, "Are you still in AEW? Seems you had it better in WWE." And Miro liked that tweet. How wild is that? And then somebody tweeted Andrade and was like, "So you signed Miro." Or it's like at Tony Khan. So you signed Miro to AEW away from a rival organization just to have him do what exactly? Didn't think I'd miss the day would come that I miss Rusev Day. He's been used worse with y'all, blah, blah, blah. Same goes with Andrade. Andrade liked that. Wow. And then all of a sudden, now this shit's coming out from like ringside and, the almighty Sean Ross fucking Mark. And they're saying, yo, sources have said that Tony Khan is out of control. That he's a nut job. In the back, on the headset. You know who I think said it? Yo, let's all go around and guess who leaked that info.
Meltzer.
No, who's in the back in the organization who told Meltzer?
Right.
I'm going to go Billy Gunn. That's my guess.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it was Tony.
Tony who?
Tony Khan.
Oh, my God.
He's going to snitch on himself?
Have you been listening, Brian, to anything at all? God damn it.
I was zoned out.
Damn it.
I'm going to say Dean Malenko. Oh,
you think Dean Malenko called up the powers that be?
Listen, maybe he called Arn and, hey, Arn, listen, this is what's happening here. And Arn went and yapped on. And
yo, they said he's worse than ever, dude. They said he's worse than ever.
You think he's playing? You think he's skiing on the slopes in the back?
Dude, I want to just address this for a minute because I love Tony Khan. I think he's very memeable. I think he's a fun character, and I don't know what he knows and what he doesn't know, and that's what's fun about him to me. It could all be a work. The whole wedding thing and the whole fucking leaks.
Apparently, he's out of control.
It could all be a CM Punk, MJF storyline leak, something. But everybody, whenever we post a Tony Khan meme, everybody drops the snowflake emoji. Everybody thinks that Tony Khan snorts cocaine, and I don't think he does. I'm the only person advocating that Tony Khan does not do drugs. I feel like if he did drugs, his head would explode.
Let's just say it hasn't already.
Oh, wow. We got to guess. Larry Legend says maybe perhaps Christopher Daniels is the one. Well, but Christopher Daniels just got promoted. Did you guys see this? That Tony Khan is finally going to delegate some responsibility, and there's like all these titles, and they released this whole like presser, and it's like Christopher Daniels is like talent relations or like talent. It's not talent relations. It's like talent. I don't know. Fucking performance.
Like coordinator of talent.
Yeah,
relations.
like or some shit like that. Right? It's like Pat Buck got a promotion, QT Marshall, Tony Schiavone, Madison Rayne came in. They gave her like a backstage job. Pat Buck, and
This was their answer to Triple H taking the office back.
and maybe they knew that somebody was going to run with the story that he's out of control, so they tried to get out ahead of it a little bit.
It's very strange.
Yeah, so like they're delegating responsibility like some other people. Christopher Daniels being one of them as well. Sean just going.
I mean, with no structure, with no structure at all like that, you need to pull people in at some point to be like, you know what, grab the reins. This is not going in the direction that we hope for it to be during this time, and we need it to be somewhere where people is like, okay, you know what, it's acceptable. This guy's a little kooky, he's a little weird, but we can watch this. A lot of the stuff that they're putting out now is very repetitive, and it brings me back to the Jericho stuff. Repetitive situation.
Weird.
You have people like Miro. You have people like Malachi Black. There's a lot of things that you could do with them, but you're not doing it.
Yo, apparently Malachi's not too happy either, dude. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, you can tell they're not happy.
Yeah, he's not that happy. Yo, I think Cody leaving also turned the tide a little bit for them. I think and then the untimely injuries as well. They had a lot of untimely injuries.
Shit, I wouldn't be happy.
Yo, you know that Battle of the Belts got like the lowest viewership.
Yeah.
It was the stupidest show.
Did you watch it, Brian? It was only an hour.
No, I didn't. I didn't watch it. No titles were changed. Like, who cares about the event? Like, what was the point of it?
I think
Just
you know
to like
how bad is that though?
Takashita match was cool.
That hurts them so bad because part of I think their TNT deal or
So
TBS
lame.
deal said they got to deliver like 4 to 5, whatever annually. They got to do 4 to 5 like special events. So that's like 1 of 4 for the year, dude, and it bombed. And it was like 500,000. And so like
that wasn't a
Rampage-
pay-per-view. It wasn't a pay-per-view. It was just on like TNT,
but like
right?
part of their like agreement with whoever is that like the channel is
They
that
have to deliver on those. They got to get
Right,
pay-per-view
there's-
numbers on the
obviously
show.
You want you're supposed to
It's
get
like
a
every
certain amount
quarter-
of viewers.
every quarter
Right.
they do like a Saturday special or something, and they like
Like a
try to-
quote. You need to reach a
Yeah.
quote.
Yo, I mean, I don't know. I just read the headlines and skim it, just like I skim the actual show when it's on.
Dude, Dynamite tomorrow kind of sounds lit.
You want to talk about that? Tell me about
I
it.
do. Like I have the
What's
card.
going on?
The card tomorrow. It's called. It has it has a name. It's its own like Bash at the Beach kind of thing.
Pat Buckridge.
It's,
Pat
Boy,
Buckridge.
got the leg.
Yo, Larry, I love that you know Pat Buckridge because I learned that from a podcast as well. You know, Pat Buckridge called the cops on me back when I was harassing the Shook crew, Max Caster and Billy Goat Jimmy and the guy with the sword, Bryce Donovan. And then DJ Hyde was there. So I harassed them. Me and my old partner went to the Shook Crew Fun Fest. I confronted them and harassed them. And then Pat
Sorry, it's a very funny video.
Pat Buckridge called the cops on us.
No way.
Yeah. We got away scot-free.
It's legit.
And then, honestly, I'm gonna be completely honest with you now. Then as we were riding away, we talked to the cops. We said, hey, we're just filming a video. We're just creative guys. We just showed up to do a video. We're all friends. And they were like, all right, well, you got to go. So we go. And then as I'm driving away, I rolled down the window. I was like, you stole our gimmick. And and Chris Statlander chased us out of the parking lot. She ran after the car like T-1000.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Go away! Get out of here! It's not a joke. It's not a made-up story, dude. Yeah.
Not friends with the police.
You stole our gimmick.
Yeah, so Pat Buckridge and Max Caster and Chris Statlander Ridge, not friends of the Bullies, unfortunately.
I do happen to like the Acclaimed though. I like their whole thing with their scissoring.
You are the worst,
And
Brian. Brian, you
Bowens-
are the
Bowens-
absolute worst.
I'm sorry. Bowens is dope.
I like them with their scissoring.
That shit's
You
funny
are the
to me,
worst.
dude.
Big
They scissor
piece.
the fans. And it makes me laugh, dude.
You're the worst. What's the card for tomorrow? AEW. Let's go. Break it down. But break it down.
Well, the FTR returns. That's first. Ricky Starks versus Aaron Solo. You got the Lucha Brothers versus Andre El Idolo and Roosh. You got Brody King versus Darby Allin in a coffin match.
Fuck Brody.
Jade Cargill
finally
versus
the
Madison
coffin
Rain.
match. The much anticipated coffin match. I'm into that because they tattooed the results on each other.
Right. Dude, that's so sick. I love that shit. And then the main event is Jon Moxley versus Chris Jericho for the interim title.
The Lionheart Chris Jericho.
Lionheart Chris Jericho.
Who will no doubt have throwback tights, and he will have a throwback T-shirt available only for this week on AEWShop.com.
Corazón de León
is gonna say.
Larry is endorsing.
Do you think
Larry's endorsing Bowens? He's a Sagittarius like myself and Larry. So you know what, Larry? All right, I'm gonna
Bowens
ease up.
is fucking fire.
Wait. When's your birthday, Pat? I didn't know you were Sag.
In December.
I'm November 29th. I'm a Sag too.
December 15th.
Oh, would you look at that?
Sagittarius.
I like that, Larry. Larry has my back.
Sagittarius. All right, so here's a what-if question for you guys. Who's going to be the first name to leave and ask for their release from WWE to go into the loving, welcoming arms of Triple H? Is it going to be Malachi Black, maybe?
I think it's going to be Rusev. Miro.
Maybe a Rusev, maybe an Andrade wants to go hang out with his wife, be on the road with his wife. You know, he deeply regrets his decision. Triple H is in charge.
Now,
Things are different.
Now, this is the thing. Is the money good enough for them to be like, okay, I could deal with this a little bit much longer? Or is it just my happiness means more to me? Let me try and get back where I'm happy.
AEW definitely has the money to pay. They're definitely paying motherfuckers.
And I think the schedule is a lot better, too.
Yeah,
exactly.
I think it's a more...
You're working one day a week. You see a certain amount of money. You live in a certain lifestyle now. Is it worth it at that point?
Dude, they only do like 3 pay-per-views a year. It's literally they don't do live events. There's no AEW live events, right? There's no like off.
No, not yet. No,
they don't do that shit.
I don't know. If it's me, I'm looking to see the money. Where does that leave me with the money?
So
because with AEW, you know you can take outside dates. You see a lot of these guys taking indie bookings now. Who's to say you can't go and build yourself up a new character on the indies?
Dude,
you know
Moxley is literally the GCW champion too.
Mox is killing it right now.
He's both champions.
If he really just wanted to work indies, he could do that.
So who's going to leave? It's not going to be Cole because of Twitch and Baker. It's not going to be Moxley because of the GCW title.
What if it's MJF?
I don't know. I think MJF is going to be the highest paid wrestler in history by Tony Khan when the storyline ends. I think they already talked about it.
That's insane.
I think he's going to be the highest paid wrestler in history.
I see.
In history, more than John Cena and The Rock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're going to do like a fucking baseball contract, like a 10-year, $15 million a year type thing, and he's going to get the 100. It's going to be like 100. It's going to be like 10 years, $100 million baseball contract, and yeah, and I think that, and that's going to be like the story.
There's never been no one's ever had a contract like that before in wrestling. Like even like the Undertaker doesn't have like a contract like a baseball type.
I know they work right now. Like legends have legends deals.
That's true.
Right.
MJF and Cody are buddies.
Right.
I can't imagine MJF and WWE, but who knows? Because in a year, under Triple H in a year, 2024 could look crazy different for WWE. Could be a lot different. A lot different, you know? I don't know. All right, let's run down Quake at the Lake. Break it down. Oh, you already did. We're done. We're fucking done, dude.
I said it.
Yeah, you already did it. You already did it.
Do you want to take a guess on it? Who's gonna? I don't think that Chris Jericho's winning. I think Jon Moxley's holding it till CM Punk comes back. Yeah, I don't think they're not gonna change interim champions. I don't think.
Larry says the first person to go back to WWE is gonna be Mark Henry. Mark Henry and Big Show just
time for the main event. I hate that so much. I hate I hate it. I hate it so much.
Who, Big Show?
No, Mark Henry.
Mark Henry does Dark.
He announces the main event on Rampage.
No, I'm talking about his commentary on Dark.
Oh, I don't even watch
Is
Dark.
horrible.
Dude, it sounds
horrible.
Just his little stupid main event intros is the worst thing I've ever heard ever.
I like Mark Henry.
That girl treat me bad.
I would love that. I would love if like that would be so funny if like all the regular wrestlers like stayed, like, you know, Malachi stayed and all these dudes stayed and they were all like tied up in contracts, but then Mark Henry and Big Show went back. It's just Mark Henry.
Where the
Big
fuck
Show.
is Big Show? But does Big Show do one of those shows too? He does like Elevate or something, right? Does he do commentary on one of those shows?
He does commentary. Him and Mark Henry do commentary together, and it just sounds like kids at a lunch table.
That sounds like the worst thing to ever listen to.
Well, I'm just saying.
And then like they have Tony Schiavone there, just like mediating everything, trying to keep a like certain pace of the matches and stuff. It's like
good.
It's
he's
hard.
got like a new
like,
job,
wow.
dude. He's going to be in charge of like wrestlers' mental health. He's going to be like the HR like liaison or some shit.
It's gonna be like a guidance counselor.
Yeah, it's like counselor. Yeah, dude. Because Tony Khan is just like blown out and like flying high, just shredding through everybody, and it's like, all right, let's make some moves. All right, yeah, maybe I'm gonna back off the MJF largest contract ever because he is friends with Cody, whatever. I guess my final thought on that would be just like, I think he'd be better in AEW. I've liked what he's done. I don't need to see him in WWE. I think he might get lost in the shuffle.
Not yet.
Now, you know, listen, in 2 years we'll
He's
see
got
what
the
Triple
best
H.
promo in wrestling, man.
That's somebody I want to see coming in during the Royal Rumble when you don't expect it. And it actually means something because now he has the opportunity to make something out of nothing.
Yeah, interesting.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't see DDP in WWE for quite some time, and it was towards the end of his career. And even when he came, it was cool. He did that whole Sarah gimmick.
Dude, the stalker.
You know what I'm saying? And he
the stalker
reinvented
gimmick was like
himself,
the best.
and it worked.
Guaranteed.
It was all heel DDP was awesome.
Maybe it's not he stalked Kurt Angle's wife or something, right? Or
Undertaker. No, it was Undertaker.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sarah, he was stalking Sarah.
Jeez.
Yeah, that was beautiful. That was beautiful shit, man. That was like they kept it a secret from like it being DDP for so long.
Making me famous.
No one had any idea it was DDP either. That was so good.
He pulled off the ski mask. Wow.
I don't remember any of that.
Wow.
Dude, I kind of hate what they did with Dexter Lumis too, because they kind of like made it like underwhelming at the end. Like they didn't show him enough.
Yeah, it was so quick. I looked away and I like missed it.
It was
that
too,
was like the whole
the,
thing.
The end result was way too like I liked the idea of it, but I felt like the culmination. I guess it didn't. There might be there will be an obvious bigger culmination.
There was a lot more going on. A lot more. Did you guys see the car crash that was
right?
behind?
It was. But I'm saying like there should have been like a climax where they like focused on it. Like they never really just like stayed and focused on it. It was always like, what's going on? Okay, let's keep talking about what we're doing.
That's why you're gonna tune in on Monday to figure out why.
Well, I get it. Then they should have never even said that it was Dexter Lumis because there was they showed him for like 1 second.
Yeah, but to like the average person, they don't know. You know, like a lot they
don't know who that man is.
Yeah, it's just a hatchet boy.
He just looks like a sick man that was taken away by police officers.
Right. No, but WWE themselves have posted that it's Dexter Lumis' return.
Wow.
Well, whatever. Who cares?
Whatever.
Ruined.
Well, I guess next week we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
And everybody can hear what we talk about when we speak on it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and you know what? Sure. Kudos to you for listening to Bald Steve and the video diagram of the coffee filter that you got.
That is absolutely right, Bald Steve.
Do we want to do a food
challenge?
Do we want to do a food challenge for next week?
A food challenge? Hell no, dude.
How about this? I propose a challenge. Brian, how do you feel about hot ones?
He probably watches it religiously.
It's a funny fucking game.
Do you watch the show? Do you watch the show?
I've watched an episode or two.
Okay, so guess what? There's an actual game that we can participate in.
Mm-hmm.
Are you down?
You gonna buy it?
Are you down?
Who's gonna buy the game?
I'll play it. I'll play it if you buy it.
I'm getting the game.
All right. Well, if Sean
if you're
wins,
man enough to step up.
I always step up. I've never backed down from a challenge.
So what
now,
comes?
Pat was just gonna say if Sean wins what, Pat? Let's hear it.
I mean, I feel like the ongoing problem, if you watch the videos prior to this, which are basically the same thing, us just bullshitting completely out of order for 2 hours. If you go back, I feel like Brian is addicted to the food challenge. He stays away from the beard shaving challenge. He just shaved himself, but he's addicted to
Personal choice.
Personal choice. He's addicted to the hot pepper. He's addicted to risking the feeling of adrenaline that you feel.
It's not just the hot pepper, just something that you don't enjoy. Like if I completely want to vomit from eating an olive, I want to watch someone eat something that makes them feel uncomfortable.
You love food challenges.
It's just entertaining, and it's like makes watching the wrestling more fun because like you want it to win, so you don't eat the food.
I think we settle this once and for all. I think we settle this
too.
in studio, August 30th, with a third camera set up in a Hot Ones style challenge for you guys to play this game. And I will bring my referee shirt. And I will referee the event. And if Sean wins, Brian, your addiction to food challenges, we're no longer going to tolerate it. Me and Sean are sick of your food challenges. And if you lose this game in studio, no more food challenges, dude. None. We're done. We're
That's
done
it,
eating shit
No
that
more,
we
pa.
don't want to eat. But if Brian wins, something else happens.
Continues.
I don't know what happens. Maybe me and Sean both. Maybe I will go on to eat horrible things, even though because I'm not playing the game.
How about this? If I lose, there will be no more food challenges, and we will bring it down to money. We're gonna start betting money on these matches.
Money.
Cold hard cash, baby.
Oh, you want to talk
Cash,
money?
baby.
Wow.
How about that?
Okay.
Them apples. How about that?
We can talk the money in cash and whatever you want to do,
Wow.
Mr. Brian.
Brian, that was so aggressive.
I'm feeling aggressive right now because you're trying to take away my one of my joys.
Your food.
We're gonna get down to it. And when we get down to it, Pat and I are gonna reign supreme, and we're not gonna be doing these challenges anymore.
Well,
So
I mean,
just
in all honesty, I'm gonna have to be an impartial referee, monitoring the game. You know.
What is the game though? Like, what are you refereeing?
I don't know.
Exactly.
You
we're
guys are
playing the
talking about
actual
it.
Hot Ones game until you
Well, we
can't
have-
play no more.
Well, whatever event, there's going to be an event at the end of this month, right?
Yeah, Hot Ones event between the two of you.
No, I'm saying like a wrestling event. Is there not like a pay-per-view at the end of this month? Or did it happen already?
No,
Motherfucker.
it happened already.
Brian, try to focus on the Hot Ones
I
game.
know, but but we need to bet on something for there to be a Hot Ones game, damn it.
No, the Hot Ones
we
game
are.
comes with its own rules and competition, dude. It's a
there's-
game.
But it has to be wrestling related.
No, it's
The
all
questions
about.
have to be wrestling related.
It's a wrestling show, motherfuckers.
All right, listen to me. I have a perfect way to settle this. Brian, I want you to bring your.
We're going to
wrestling-
ask, what are we going to ask, science questions?
Just try to relax for a goddamn second. I have a solution. Sean, you bring the Hot Ones game. Brian, you bring WWF trivia games. And I will figure out a way to combine the games.
I
do you
think
think
I
about
like
that?
that. I
And
think
then
I like
the
that.
winner will eat.
Hot
Also,
Ones.
yeah, no, the winner wins.
The winner wins,
Yeah,
right?
the loser eats. And then in the end, regardless, we all.
And
will
if I
eat.
lose, but if I lose, do you guys agree to now then betting monetarily and not food challengey on the wrestling matches?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
If
we
we
can
could
do
do like
that.
some kind of credit system,
Pat, we're gonna win, Pat.
We're gonna
Pat,
win.
We're winning.
I'm gonna
You gotta be
screw
positive,
Brian.
bro. That's
And you know
that's
what?
the point of the food challenge. You gotta want to not lose, so you don't have to eat the food.
Well, what I've learned is that I'm terrible at predicting wrestling.
Yes, you've lost every time.
Yeah, it's horrible. I'm sick of eating. It's gonna be a freaking Hot Ones screw job. Brian screwed Brian.
We'll figure this out once and for all.
One
This
day.
will all be over. And Brian, that's it.
All right, yeah.
So get ready.
I think
I'm
it's
ready
time
to go.
for me.
Challenge down. Hot ones.
I'm ready for a
Me and
second
Pat
smoke
versus
break.
you. You and your challenges. You and your food challenges. They're over. It's done. That's it.
It's the end of an era. Brian, the second smoke break is going to last for exactly a week.
And you know what makes me sad though? Because when we're at the studio, like after the studio ends, we get to like go enjoy like a joint or a sweet ass beer together. But when this ends, we just like get to like go to like lay down. And I don't like that. I just like want to be in the studio with you guys.
Brian, that's very sweet. Take care of
That's very
yourselves
sweet.
and each
You
other.
just took-
Cheers to you guys.
Cheers to
my-
you. My cup is long gone.
I lost
My
voice
notes
cup.
are long gone. And next week, we're going to give away some mugs, too. We're going to give away
Some
a
mugs.
mug and a shirt next week.
Mugs.
I could probably pull out
Mugs for
a dope
everyone.
card to give away too.
Yeah, we'll
We have
give
to-
away
we have
some
to-
stuff next week.
Yeah, I like it.
We're gonna do some giveaways. You
Yeah.
tell a friend to tell a friend to
Yeah.
tell your grandma to tell her friends that when they're watching bingo, to make sure that they have the Boulevard Bullies versus the world on that projector screen in their
Boulevard
church.
Bingo, bro.
All right.
Boulevard Bingo. I'm kind
Ooh.
of into that.
I kind of don't hate that.
Ooh.
All right, Urka, Logo, Larry,
Yeah.
Pork Chop Express, whoever else. You know we love you. You know we live for you. Boulevard Bullies forever. See you next week. Take care of yourselves and each other. Bye-bye.
Boulevard.